Yo, what's up, Western Mass? I'm getting everything together, bro. I hope you're having a great day. Hopefully, the weather's great. It's about to be spring, so hopefully, the weather's great where you're at. And let's get this show on the road. Let's go. I'll be right back. What's up, guys? How are you guys doing? What is up? How are you guys? How's everybody's day going? I hope everybody's having a great day. Shout out to WMC, my brother from another mother. Let's go. Let's get this show on the road. It's cold as a witch's tit in here. It was warm yesterday. Well, today it's warm for me. Today it's a little bit spring. I know the groundhog said that we got 6 more weeks of winter. But before you know it, we're already in spring. So let's go. I hope everybody's having a great day. Let's get this show on the road. So what we got in store for today? We got... What we got in store for today? What do we have in store for today? What do we have in store for today? So, we're going to talk about the news like we always do. Let it marinate. Let some people come in. After some people come in, then we're going to preview UFC 326 and break down the entire card from top to bottom. But this time it's going to be a little bit different because this time I'm going to be reading word for word what my breakdown says in the notes. So, everything that's in my notes, you guys are going to read it. So, well, you guys are going to hear it. So, this is going to be a more in-depth breakdown, more good preview. I'm trying to get a little bit better at the live previews. They're a little bit harder for me. But everybody's going to talk. We're going to talk about UFC 326. And let's get this show on the road. I hope everybody's having a great day. Let's go. And let me know how you guys are going. How you guys are feeling. What's up, Omni King? Spring flowers. You better shower. Yeah, dude. Spring is coming. Spring is coming. I can't wait. So let's go over the news. And then we'll do a breakdown of UFC 326 or whatever you guys want to do. Whatever you guys let me know. I'll ask you guys at the end. Arman Saryukian says he spoke with Hunter Campbell. And one of the options presented to him was fighting for the lightweight title in September/October. I already talked to Hunter a couple of weeks ago. We got a couple of options. So I'm assuming that they're going to do Gaethje versus Ilya, or Ilya's gonna fight somebody, and then we will see if Arman gets the title shot in October or September. I don't know. That's still a long wait. I don't know why Arman's so happy about that. They literally put him on the sideline and said, hey, wait, we'll give you the title shot after this event. But it is what it is. You know, he's next up. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how that goes. But I don't know, man. They always make promises and then it's never going to happen. But let's see. Let's see. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I can't wait until we get to the good stuff, so let's go. Remember the time that Tito Ortiz pulled off an upset over Ryan Bader, nearly a 5-1 underdog in the UFC, and had Dana White and Chuck Liddell losing their minds? So I wasn't here live. I wasn't even watching the UFC at the time. But when I saw this, I thought that this was something good that we would all like to talk about because I don't know if you guys experienced this live, but man, look at the crowd. Look at everybody. Everybody's freaking out. I can't play everything, but everybody's freaking out. And you can say that, like, he was a 5-1 underdog. I can't show everything, but, bro, that is crazy. It seems like, you know, the Tito hate, like, a lot of people hated Tito back then, and it makes sense. But, man, I would have bet on Ryan Bader. You know how I am. I would have bet on the favorite. You know how I am. I always do. What's up, Saeed Nurmagomedov? Just had a convo with Curtis Blades on his stream. He's killing Hawktik, Lock City. Let's go. Yo, Saeed Nurmagomedov, bro. Let me ask you guys in the poll. Great comment. But let me ask you guys in the poll. How do you feel about 326? How do you feel about 326? Be honest. What up, Vinny? Yo, big shout out to my guy, Vinny. Let's go. I hope you're having a great day, Vinny. Much love, my brother. So, how do you feel about 326? So, these are going to be ratings, all right? 1 through 10, all right? And be honest with me. I always say, how do you feel? Andrew Knotts, what's up, my brother? Everybody's in the building, guys. Let's go. I'm just going to ask for a like. That's it. And then we're going to get this show on the road. How do you feel about 326, 1 through 10? So, this is going to be 1 out of 5. This is going to be 5, right? Like, let's say you think 6. If you think it's an 8, or you think it's like around here, look, 6 or 7, 8, or you think it's a 9 or 10. How do you feel? Be honest. Let me know, because I want to know, how do you guys feel? Are you guys excited? Is the BMF belt exciting for you guys? I'm hyped. But am I wrong for being so hyped for a card that's not that stacked to some? What do you think? Am I crazy for thinking that this card is stacked? What do you guys think? Me, Brandon, what's up, my brother? 326 is ass. But my boy and favorite fighter, Blessed, is finishing Charles in under 2.5. Damn! Let's go! Hey, shout out Clown. Big shout out. Yo, he had a banger live the other day. It was funny, bro. It was funny. I sometimes have to go to sleep a little bit early to wake up early, but I rewatch him. And it's funny, bro. It's funny. All right, let's get this show on the road. Floyd Mayweather currently has 3 fights scheduled for 2026. 1 versus Mike Tyson, Congo of April 25th. Next one versus Mike Zamidas in Athens in June. And the third one against Manny Pacquiao at the Sphere on September 6th. Guys, when was the last time that Floyd Mayweather fought this many times? Back to back to back to back. Yo, this is crazy. I know a lot of you guys might not be hyped for Floyd. I'm not either, but the fact that he's active and he's going to take 3 fights in 2026, hey, I got to give respect where it's due. Max loses to Aljo, bruh. Much less Masvar. Charles beat Gaethje easy. Max was competitive and he had to cheat. I know what you're talking about with the eye pokes. You know, I know what you're talking about, Vinny. I hear you. We're going to break down the entire card. It's going to be fun. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I'll ask you guys who you guys have in the poll. Banger. Raul Rosas versus Rob Font. MJ versus Dober are prelim fights. No way on earth this should be on the main card. I hear you. But just imagine both of those fights end in finish. It's pretty exciting. Or it doesn't matter. What do you guys think? MMA Math says Charles easy win. Especially with how the main events have been going, I wouldn't be surprised if Charles strangles him out. But let's get this show on the road. The iPhone 17e has been announced starting at 256 gigabytes, added MagSafe, and still priced at $599. So, I don't know how to feel about this. I think it's alright. I just had to cover it. It's news. Next thing, guys, we're going to get into a little bit of a serious topic. Colorado quarterback Dominic Ponder has passed away at 23 years old after being involved in a single car accident. Now, God bless. I hope he's in a better place. It happens. You know, it's very crazy, though, because this guy, I heard that he was going to be a very good athlete, you know, and now he doesn't even get the chance to compete. And I wanted to show you guys this. I was a millionaire. I was famous. I had a perfect body. I was always in control. And it shows you guys that every day is a blessing to be here. Every single day. So shout out to all you guys. Everybody, let's go. Now we're going to talk about something fun. Gaethje versus Neon. Now, they went live on Kick. It was funny. I thought that it was very exciting to see them, you know, work together. And I thought that this was very funny. They ended up sparring, and Neon ended up getting hit with a bad body shot. And Justin Gaethje, you know what I was thinking? Like, looking at Justin Gaethje, looking at his gym, looking at the people around him, I was like, there was no way Patty was going to beat him. How bad of a pick did I have to think that Patty had a chance against Gaethje? Like, Patty didn't even have a chance. Like, I wish we can look at the inside of the people's gyms. I wish we can look at Max Holloway's gym inside. Look at inside of Charles Oliveira's gym. Look at how they spar. Look at how they move. Look at how they work. Look at how they work every single day. Because if I were to see this, there was no way in hell I was picking Patty. Like, no way. For real, there was no way. And, like, the way that Gaethje's work ethic is nonstop. The guy's single. He goes home, works, eats, sleep, train. Eat, sleep, train. Eat, sleep, train. There was no way Patty... Maybe a sub, right? But there was no way. Like, looking at it now, there was no way Paddy was going to beat Gaethje. And I'm looking, I'm like, how could I make a pick so naive like that? You know, I wish we could look at the inside of the gyms. So look at this, guys. This just happened,
Is
bro.
my eye bleeding? Yeah. Hopefully. Come on.
Look.
Oh my god.
He's so controlled, bro, in sparring. He's so controlled.
Quick question, did I close my eyes when you punched me? Oh my god.
Look. Yo. That is crazy. But hey, now let's go to the next thing. This young fan got emotional while asking Charles Oliveira a question, and Charles stepped in to comfort him. Don't cry. If you cry, I cry too. Come here. Give me a hug. So he's asking if you beat Max Holloway, right? And he gets a little nervous. Marco Tulio, Norma Dumont. So he's saying, are you going to throw a party? He says, man, I wouldn't throw a party. I can't play the full clip, guys. You know how it is. I would take my family and hug them. He's talking about how he's been just working all the time for the dedication, and it's always for my family. Everything's for the family. So he's not even going to celebrate if he wins. He just wants to hug his family. And that's the type of stuff with Charles Oliveira where it's very heartfelt. And the whole entire crowd cheered. And I thought it was very sweet to see. Now the next thing, guys. Yuri Prochazka says his girlfriend agreed he could fight at UFC 327 only if it was for the title, since it falls right around their baby's due date. April 11th, his title fight against Carlos Ulberg. April 13th to 15th, the expected arrival of his first child. Yo, that is crazy. You know, this type of stuff, I know you shouldn't take it into consideration. But this type of stuff, man, Yuri as a dad, bro. The guy might bring a belt home. We got a bunch of new fights as well we'll talk about as well if you guys want. Now, Reese's is releasing a peanut butter cup flavored toothpaste for a limited time in Australia and in New Zealand. Bro, how is this healthy? Bro, I'll read again. A peanut butter cup flavored toothpaste for a limited time in Australia and in New Zealand. Bro, how is that healthy, bro? Next thing, guys. Besides the main event, which fight are you looking forward to most? What fight are you most excited for? Talk to me, guys. What fight are you most excited for besides Holloway versus Oliveira? We got Kyle Barala versus De Ritter, Font versus Rosas Jr., Dober versus Johnson, Rodriguez versus Fiera, Garbrandt versus Long Zhao, which, hey, that's the featured prelim. We're going to break down this card right now. Dante Johnson, Cody Brundage, Tercios versus Montez. Montez making his UFC debut. Durden versus Tumendemberol. Sumadaji versus Aguilar. That's a banger. Tobias versus Norigaze. Lee versus Balanos. Fernandez versus Bellato. Yo, Fernandez versus Bellato to start off the card. When has Bellato ever started off the first fight? He's never been the first fight, so I think this card is pretty good. Dober versus Johnson. I know, right, Andrew? Bro, what kind of toothpaste? Your teeth are going to get, like, messed up from that. All right, but I will agree with you, my boy. Dober versus Johnson. You know what? I'm excited for the rematch as well. Rodriguez, Robocop versus Bruno Ferreira. That's got to be a banger. Next thing, guys. We're going to talk about Max Holloway. We're going to get right into it. Max Holloway is showing you the easiest way to take down an inconsistent kicker. So he ends up pushing him. If you see it frame by frame, guys, if you remember this fight, Yair versus Max Holloway, it was exciting, intriguing, non-stop action for all 25 minutes, grappling, everything was insane. They were constantly throwing, Yair upwards, elbow. It was some crazy stuff. Max Holloway was leaking all over his face. And this is something that I think should be used more in MMA. This push. Inconsistent kickers. Punish them. You see how Yair throws the kick. He's only on one leg. Max pushes him down. He pushes him down. That's the type of stuff that I cannot wait to see this Saturday. Next thing, guys, Charles Oliveira finally pairing his pressure with the double jab. So we know Charles Oliveira has that high guard. High guard, very good clinch, knees, elbows, uppercuts, off the 1-2 that he hit with Gaethje. And Gaethje said that he felt electricity on his tongue. Andrew, let's fucking go, bro. Let's go. Yo, thank you so much. Actually, Spit, yo, we hit the threshold. Can we get some W's for Andrew Knotts? Let's fucking go, my boy. Big W, my brother. Let's go. I got you with something. One more time for the one time. Hey, and I got you with the trumpet as well. The victory of trumpets. Let's go. I got you. I appreciate that, my brother. I really do. Let's go. I got you with a cheer as well. Big shout out to you, my brother. And I want to say, you know who I've been watching a lot recently? Like, for real, that I really like? Perry Punch. I've been watching Perry Punch's lives. Yo, I like him as a streamer. He's exciting. I've been watching him a lot as of recent. And I can't wait to see. I think he's going to have Buckley on this Saturday. That's going to be good as well. So shout out to Perry Punch. Shout out to the whole MMA community. Yo, Omni King with the 4 months. Let's go. Yo, Omni King, I appreciate that, my brother. I really do. I got you with the trumpet victory. Let's go. You know, we're going to have a good time. It's Saturday. It's almost Saturday. Let's have a good time. Let's have a great week. And God bless. Let's go! Shout out to Jacob Castro. Big shout out to him because I just found him recently and I like what he does. I really do. But guys, look at this. Let's go. Yeah, dude, I saw that you were a mod in this chat, bro. That's good, bro. And, bro, he does some very good interviews. I think he just interviewed Jacoby Smith, which is very interesting as well. So, I like him more than Jaden Cable. For real, I like him more than Jaden Cable, for real. So, let's talk about this, guys. Charles Oliveira finally pairing his pressure with a double jab. When we look at this against Gamrot, he goes with the double jab. 1, and then he goes again. I'll play it in fast time. You see that double jab? I'll play it again. 1, 2, you see? And that double jab might give Max Holloway some issues. We're going to talk about the entire card. Don't worry, guys. Next thing, guys. I got to pause this. Next thing. Finch Chat. Shout out to Finch Chat. I like what he does. I always shout him out. He's always showing love. So shout out to Finch Chat. He says, people forget, man. Michael Chandler nearly finished Charles Oliveira in the 5th round. If Holloway has not been submitted by round 5, you can expect a similar outcome. Let's ignore the repeated back to the headshots, though. And we got to call a spade a spade. To be fair, the guy Michael Chandler kept on hitting Charles Oliveira in the back of the head. If you remember, he constantly kept on hitting Charles Oliveira in the back of the head. And that, he should have got the pause in action. Something should have paused. Because those shots were illegal. We got to remember, too, as well. Now, it's going to get a little bit bittersweet because Jose Medina is no longer in the UFC. We're going to talk about a couple of guys that got cut from the UFC. So, roster update. Jose Medina has been removed from the UFC roster, guys. What do you guys think? Is this a W? Is this an L? In my honest opinion, I felt like he could have had one more. One more, but hey, the UFC said we're done. We're tired of you. Let's go. Next one. Let's go. Now, guys, look at this. Another roster update. Felipe Boons has been removed from the UFC roster. 2 guys back to back. This is crazy. Like, they're just, perform well, remove. I thought Felipe Boons did pretty good. To remove him from the UFC, I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't. Now, next thing, guys. Tanner Boser will fight Gokhan Sarikam at UFC Winnipeg on April 18th. So, guys, there's going to be a UFC event. I don't know where this is. I have no idea. But there's going to be a UFC event at UFC Winnipeg on April 18th. So Tanner Boser is back, but I don't remember when the UFC has ever went to UFC Winnipeg, if any of you guys know where that is. Now, look, they're showing Regina. Shout out to Regina. She did very good, but they're showing that supposedly she looks different. You know how Twitter is. Twitter always is crazy. Now, generation of 2000 flyweights. We got Joshua Vance, 17-2. We got Loner Kavanagh, 10-1. And we got Tasuda Taira, 18-1. We got a very good flyweight division. Very good. Now, guys, we're about to get into it. Just two more things, two more tabs, and we're going to get into the breakdown. Finch Chat says, sensing a lot of finishes. Better yet, submissions. Nearly every line is minus 300. Should be a fun betting card. Can Oliveira really submit Holloway in the big 2026? Picks subject to change. So, quick preview, he says, Max Holloway still contemplating. Coleman event still contemplating. He's going Rob Font by decision. He's going Dober by KO. Bruno by KO. Garbrandt by decision. Johnson by KO. Montez sub. Namajar sub to sub Cody Durden. Aguilar by sub. Tobias sub. Jung decision. And Luke KO. Hey, we'll see it. We'll see it. Now, as you guys know, last but not least, super rare blood moon from today, March 3rd at 3:33 a.m. Eastern Time. Supposedly, I don't know if this is true, but the moon is going to look a little red. Now, that's all I got for today. Now, let's break down the entire card of UFC 326. And let's get this show on the road. Let me get my Brave browser. I am going to get rid of all these tabs right here. And let's get this show on the road. So, UFC 326. Let's hope that everything is good. There should be no ads. We're on a different browser, Brave browser. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that told me to get on Brave browser. We finally did it. And we got a new thing, guys. We're going to talk about the UFC stats. So, let's say we talk about Rodolfo Bellato. We're going to look at this. And we're going to look at the stats as well. Average fight time. We're going to look at the height. We're going to look at, you know, what stance, orthodox, strikes landed per minute, striking accuracy. We're going to look at all that type of stuff, and it's going to be a little bit of a more in-depth breakdown. So here we go without further ado. Let me get the poll running. We're going to break down the entire card, 13 fights, pay-per-view. Not really a pay-per-view because I know we're on Paramount, but it feels like it's good. I know you guys have mixed emotions, but let me know what you guys think. Let me know. Now here we go. Shout out to all you guys. Shout out to Knots. Shout out to Andrew. Shout out to Omni King. Shout out to all you guys, man. I want to say a big thank you because you helped me hit the threshold. You literally helped me hit the threshold right before the month ends. Like, for real. Andrew, you came in clutch, my brother. Let's go. All right, who wins, guys? Who wins? Let me write the odds. This is going to be a little bit of a more in-depth. What up, Future Sequence? I hope you're having a great day. Let me get the odds. We're going to break down the entire card from top to bottom. I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit as well. But let's get the odds as well. Let's get this show on the road. Let's go. Alright, so we got the odds, we got everything. Now, let's get into it. So, Luke Hernandez comes from Dana White Contender Series. He's 6-0, still fairly new to his career. 1-0 in the Contender Series, but he comes from Cage. I believe it's CFFC. This is Cage Fury Fighting Championship, right? He comes from that organization. The last time that he fought was on Dana White Contender Series 2025 Week 9, and he was, I believe, the second fight. No, the first fight. He ended up winning in 15 seconds by knockout. Now, we know that on Dana White Contender Series, sometimes you can get a quick knockout, but it's a little bit harder when you make your UFC debut. He's going to be faced off against Rodolfo Bellato. Now, I want to look at this fight because when we look at this fight, I know that this guy was a little bit out of shape. He didn't really have the best attributes, and it looked like an easy KO in 15 seconds. Like a tailor-made matchup. He was a minus 1,000. He was expected to win that fight, you know, by a lot of people. But when we look, I think he's very good at what he does. The red flag, obviously, you know how I am. No wins or losses by sub. That's what I say. I say that there's a red flag there. But he does have the power, and he can pick his shots, and he has won a hard 15 before in the past as well. He's going to be matched up against Rodolfo Bellato. 12-3-1. Now, it's interesting because Bellato has a draw, he has a no contest, and then he has a loss. Very rarely do you see like a guy that's 2-1, 1-1 out of his last 5. It's kind of interesting. But he's 6'3", 30 years old, 77.5-inch reach. Majority Topology has Luke Hernandez by KO. But you know how it is. Sometimes that first fight gets a little tricky. Now, we're going to do something different. We're looking at the UFC stats. Both of these guys fight from orthodox position. Luke Hernandez is listed to have a 1-inch reach advantage. But this is why it gets interesting because it says he has a 75-inch reach, right? 75-inch reach. But here it says he has a 77.5-inch reach. Now, I don't know what to say, but whatever. This is what we're going to pay attention to. Striking accuracy, 100%. He's still fairly new. It's gonna drop naturally. Striking accuracy for Bellato, 59%. Now, strikes absorbed per minute, 0. He's still new to his career. Bellato, though, is absorbing almost 6 strikes per minute. Now, when we look, the defense 100%, 46%. Now, takedowns average. He averages at least 1 takedown per 15 minutes. 35% takedown accuracy. Takedown defense is very good. Now, Bellato, he managed to take down Navajo Sterling twice. When I look at this fight, guys, give me Luke Hernandez. I'm going to go Luke. Big W. Let's go. I'm going to go Luke. I'm going to go Luke by KO. I like Luke by KO or on points. But we got to mention that Luke might be susceptible to getting taken down, especially in this fight against Bellato, who Bellato was able to take down Navajo Sterling, which I truly think that to take down Navajo Sterling, that's pretty impressive. I know he didn't hold him down for a while, but if you could take down Navajo Sterling, who's to say you can't take down Luke Hernandez? Now, Bellato does gas. He does get a little bit tired. He did have that Oscar Award performance against Paul Craig, but it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. I do think that Bellato is on his way out. It's crazy because Bellato was a guy that I saw very differently. I saw him very differently. Even after he got knocked out by Vitor Porcino twice, he was on a very good win streak. And, I don't know. He's had a little bit of a fall from grace. But give me Luke Hernandez. I'm going to go Luke Hernandez by KO, by KO on points. Let's go to the next fight. Now, I'm going to need your guys' help for this one, guys. For the entire card, I'm going to need your guys' help, to be honest. Let me get the odds. Let me know if I'm talking too fast, if there's something that I missed. You guys can always let me know anything. I'm not going to ban anybody. Everybody's free to talk here. Now, we're going to talk about Gaston Bolanos first. If the odds are a little bit different, remember they fluctuate. On my book, that's what it says, but they fluctuate all the time throughout the week. Gaston Bolanos, 8-5-0. Now, Gaston Bolanos is 3-2 out of his last 5, 33 years old. In a little bit of a difficult position. He's 5'7", 69-inch reach. He kind of looks like Ilia Topuria a little bit, not completely. Kind of looks like Ilia Topuria. And I remember when he got finished by Quang Lee, when he got finished by Marcus McGee, people were like, yo, Ilia Topuria got knocked out by Marcus McGee. They were making the memes and jokes, but in reality, Gaston Bolanos has a Muay Thai background. He's very good in the striking department, but he's going to be faced against the Korean Tiger. We know that Jo Sang-Yu was supposed to be fighting Gaston Bolanos. Jo Sang-Yu, if you remember, this guy's very flashy, very good with his power. The only thing is his takedown defense. Now, I would have loved to see Jo Sang-Yu fight Gaston Bolanos, but he ended up pulling out and Jung Young Lee steps in. Now, the interesting thing is, both Jo Sang-Yu and Jung Young Lee, they both lost to Willy Cat Daniel Santos. Now, I know Daniel Santos misses weight, all that stuff, but hey, it is what it is. 11-3 and 0 overall for Jung Young Lee. He's on a 2-fight losing skid. Momentum is not on his side, but look who he's losing to. Haider Ramil, first person to ever knock him out, and then he lost against Daniel Santos. No shame in that. We know Daniel Santos kind of brings it. 30 years old, but why am I picking Jung Young Lee? Because he can grapple. What have I noticed with Gaston Bolanos? He kind of has a little bit of a hole in the grappling game. He got submitted by Quang Lee. And we know Santiago Luna, who performed at UFC Mexico, performed very well against his opponent. And Santiago Luna, he actually finished Quang Lee in the first round. And for Gaston Bolanos to get submitted by a guy like Quang Lee, who in my honest opinion, Quang Lee's not really that good. The guy, I know he has a good amount of submissions, but in my honest opinion, I don't rate Quang Lee that high. I really don't. And especially if you're getting submitted by a guy like Quang Lee, I know styles make fights. It is what it is. The guy, Jung Young Lee, he could have a questionable chin. The guy, striker for striker, Gaston Bolanos all day. But the thing is, his takedown defense, and he's very susceptible to getting taken down, and we see Jung Young Lee do it time and time again. The experience is on Jung Young Lee's side, and guys, he's only been finished once in the first round. Cold feet, whatever, it happens. Guys, in this case, and he has wins over Yiza. I know it's by split, but in my opinion, I thought Yiza beat Khan Ofli. If you remember this fight, I literally thought Yiza beat Khan Ofli. But whatever, they gave it to Khan Ofli. Give me Jung Young Lee for the dub. I know it was by split. He beat Yiza by split. Close. I know he beat Blake Builder. Blake Builder wasn't that good. Guys, give me Jung Young Lee for the dub. Just give me money line. I voted Balanos. What up, me Rocket? I hope you're having a great day. Yo, shout out to me Rocket, bro. How are you doing? How are you feeling? God bless. Hope you're having a great day. Let us know how you're feeling. So in this case, guys, I'm not going to get fancy. Just give me Jung Young Lee money line. I know a lot of you guys are on Balanos. Rightfully so. But give me Lee money line. If I have to choose a method of victory, give me Lee by decision. You know, I think Gaston Balanos can be defensively sound. I don't think, you know, maybe Jung Young Lee can go for the submission. He does have 3 wins by submission. But to be fair, it's hard. You know, the guy has Muay Thai background. His takedown defense has definitely probably been worked on. And he's definitely looking to get back in the win column. And momentum is very important as well. You know, I don't recommend betting on this fight, to be fair. Especially when this guy's on a 2-fight losing skid versus a guy who's lost. Both of these guys are on losing. They lost their last fight. It could get ugly. It could get dicey. Like you guys voted on the how you guys feel on the card. You guys don't feel like this card is that good. So then we don't have to go all in on Lee. He loses, he wins, whatever. But guys, hey, what up, Goldie? What's up, bro? I hope you're having a great day, Goldie. How are you doing? How did you do at Mexico? I got the main event wrong. But I went 10-3, but I've been trying to get the main event right, guys. I've been trying. So give me Lee money line, Lee by decision. I Miss Goldie, do you remember me? Yo soy bien. Yo soy bien. That's what I like to hear, my brother. That's what I like to hear. Balanos is so bad. I agree. I'm done betting on trash fighters. Harrow, that's a good thing, my brother. Shout out to Harrow, bro. Because Harrow has been cooking. That's very good because why put your hard-earned money on a fighter that's 50-50? There's nothing wrong with skipping this fight or taking the over 2.5. You know, I know it could get a little dicey though, but I agree 100%. I do. Now here we go. Bro, I picked Moreno to be loner. I know, dude. Now, I didn't know that you did that, but I felt bad. I'm not going to lie, bro. I felt bad for Moreno and Daniel Zellhuber. I know they're not that good, but I was like, damn. Moreno really fell off. Like, he really fell off. Like, the guy Moreno is not even a shadow of what he used to be. And he showed up with like a bruised up leg. And it's like, how am I supposed to know that that guy has a bruised up leg? You know, it's like, but it is what it is. We live to fight another day. Now let's get to the next thing. Rafael is a guy that I'm very high on. Now this is somebody that I would probably bet. I would put him in a parlay. But obviously be very careful because nothing is for certain. Plus 186. And let's go. I do gotta mention, guys, on Prediction Tracker, we're on a 5-week losing skid, but barely by $23. And it's like, bro, the guy magically puts, let me show you guys this very quick. Let's go into a side tangent very quick. Very quick. Yo, Vinny's gonna go live. Show some love to Vinny as well, guys. Show some love to Vinny. But look, UFC Prediction Tracker. Now, I gotta say something about Prediction Tracker. I really do, because I don't know. Let's look at it. I gotta tell you guys how I feel. I felt bad for Moreno losing. Yeah, dude, it's like he's done, man. He's done. Alright, now look at this, guys. We're on a 5-week losing skid. Look, let me show you this. But, guys, I want to show you how I did on the card. Like, let me go on Tapology. I was very surprised Robert Green KO'd. Yeah, dude, I was like, yo. And he was smiling, like, going. I was like, bro, Daniel Zellhuber, what are you doing? But it is what it is. It happens. But look at this, guys. I want to show you guys my picks. So, for UFC Fight Night, Moreno versus Kavanagh, very quick. I don't like to do recaps, but I want to show you guys this and why it doesn't make sense. So, look, I only got 3 wrong. I did very good in my honest opinion. I thought I did very good, right? I thought I was in the positive, but look at this. And we got a lot of perfects. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 perfects. And look at this. We only got 3 wrong. Ernesta, we got her wrong. She was getting dog walked by a 21-year-old. Zell Huber, the guy got knocked out, and Moreno. I only got 3 wrong. I'll say it again. I only got 3 wrong. Now, this is where it gets a little bit controversial. For real. So, I'm going to show you guys this very quick. Let me show you guys this. Now, look at this.
On a 5-week losing streak, we only have 2 channels. All the Smoke MMA and Uselyis.
So, guys, I'm on a 5-week losing skid. But if you look, the most recent one, UFC Fight Night, February 28th, by 23 bucks. Bro, the guy magically, like, I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know how you guys feel about this. But, bro, the guy magically puts $100 on every single one of your picks. And it's like, bro, the only reason I'm down is because I didn't pick an underdog. But I went 10-3. And it's like, bro, what, like, nobody bets like that in real life. Nobody puts $100 on every single money line. Like, it makes absolutely no sense to... Nobody bets like that in real life where they go, oh, I'm gonna put $100 on every single pick. And that's the thing where I'm like, bro, am I really in the losing? Like, yeah, by 23, right? And like, bro, it is what it is, right? And you see all these stuff, you see all these prediction trackers, but you know what I was thinking, bro? And I didn't realize that I had that. But you know what I was thinking, bro? I was like, bro, like, if we actually look, I'm number 55 in the world on Tapology. I'm number 55 in the world. I don't know if you guys see this. If you want me to zoom in, I'll zoom in. I'll make this bigger. I'm number 55 in the world on Tapology. You don't believe me? I'm number 55. We'll scroll all the way down. All the way down. I'm number 55 in the world. You know what I was thinking? I was like, who is some machine that magically bets $100 on every money line to tell me that I'm on a 5-week losing skid? Yeah, I got the main event wrong, but you know what I was thinking? I was like, I'm number 55 in the world. Who is anybody to tell me that I did bad that card? Especially, maybe I got Oliveira, I did bad the cards before, right? But I don't think I'm on a losing skid. Everybody, oh, I'm on a 5-week losing skid. Bro, in my heart, in my honest opinion, yeah, 16th was my highest rank. I dropped a lot of ranks, but in my honest opinion, I only got 3 wrong. I got 750 points. I got more points than almost anybody that I know on Tapology. And in my heart, I'm like, am I really on a 5-week losing skid, or is it just a machine that magically bets on every single pick 100? And because it was big favorites on UFC Mexico, that's why I'm down by 23. Like, the guy put me on a 5-week losing skid. I would understand if I'm down by 99, but like, bro, in reality, I'm like, I take this a little bit too, like, you know what? I'm not on a 5-week losing skid. I'm not. Maybe I am technically because you put a magical $100, but I don't think I am. I really don't. I really don't. Now let's get back to the card. I really don't. I truly don't. I don't think I'm on a losing skid. I did better than a lot of the people that put picks in. But hey, it is what it is. Rafael Tobias versus Diaz. Guy almost hit literally top 10. Oh, he's so bad. Hey, thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. But like, what I wanted to say was, guys, you're going to lose. It's going to happen. You guys are going to lose. But as long as you're consistent, that's the most important thing. Yeah, I could be on a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 week losing skid. But that's according to the machine. That's not according to me. That's not according to how I feel in my heart. Because how I felt in my heart, I felt like I did good that night. You know? And that's what's most important. It's how you feel. It's not how somebody else, according to the percentages and all that. It's what you feel in your heart. If you felt you did good that card, you did good that card. I'm not going to let some machine that I put my picks in every single week. I submit every single week. I put every single method of victory. I don't put only 10, 5. You know, I try my best. Hey, that's what we're here for. We're here to try our best. Now, Rafael Tobias versus Diaz Nagarze. Diaz is on a 2-fight losing skid. He's a guy that came from Dana White Contender Series and ended up not being able to get going in the UFC. He's 0-2 in the UFC. Now, Diaz has this like little twitch where he kind of like, I don't know if he I don't know exactly the twitch, but that type of twitch kind of can mess up his rhythm if you attack him at the right time. Now, when we look, he's coming off of 2 sub losses back-to-back. Dan, shout out to you, my brother. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Hang on, I got you. Let's go. Hey, what up, KZ? Yo, big shout out to KZ. Yo, KZ, you've been cooking, bro. Like, with everything, bro. Like, the lives, the UFC 5. Like, I want to know your prediction video. I want to know who you got. Shout out to KZ. Go show that guy some love. The guy has been cooking, and I think he's back for UFC 326. So you know it's going to be a good week. And I can't wait. I can't wait, bro. I love it when you upload your prediction videos, and I like it when you go live. UFC 5. Like, it feels good. It makes the week go by faster. So shout out to KZ. Right now, we're just breaking down the card. We're trying to speed it up as well. Big shout out to KZ. But guys, look at this. He lost to Uran Saltibayev by submission, and he lost to Brent Ribeiro by submission. Guys, he's very open to getting submitted. There's a hole in his game right there. He's going to be facing off against Rafael Tobias. Now, guys, what do we know about Rafael Tobias? The guy all over this card. All over the card. Yo, Goldie, chill, bro. All over this card, guys, there's a lot of guys that can win by sub, including the main event, Charles Oliveira over Max Holloway. All over. I'll repeat it again. All over this card, there is a bunch of guys that can win by submission. Shout out to my boy Meat Rocket. All over this card. And you're going to be like, what? When has there ever been a card where there's a lot of guys that can win by sub? I know. It's exciting. Guys, the guy has 6 subs overall. 5 wins by knockout and 3 wins by decision. When we look, guys, he has that rear naked choke, arm triangle, guillotine choke, rear naked, a key lock, arm triangle choke. That rear naked and arm triangle seem to be his go-to. Yeah, his only loss, he got knocked out at LFA 162. I believe he was, where is he? Andre Lima was on this card. What else? Where is he? Rafael. Where's Rafael? Right here. He was on the main card, and he got knocked out in round 2. Hey, it happens. He got knocked out by Miguel Porto. It is what it is. I'm going to say that guy was on the gear, but whatever. It is what it is, right? Guys, wide variety of subs. What do we know about Diad? The guy has no takedown defense. The guy fumbled the bag against Brenton Ribeiro and lost by Kimura. Guys, I know this is going to be funny. Maybe you guys can cook me, whatever. Diad was my lock of the week. My lock of the week against Brenton Ribeiro. I know. Why would I ever lock Diad? Not going to say. Because I thought that he could beat Brenton Ribeiro, because I thought Brenton Ribeiro was a walk in the park. But if you're losing to a guy like Brenton Ribeiro by Kimura, the guy Brenton Ribeiro is nothing special in my honest opinion. A majority of his wins are by KO. If you're losing to Brenton Ribeiro by sub, that's a massive red flag. I think Rafael can get the takedowns, work some ground and pound. He's only 22 years old. I'm going to go Rafael by sub. You could see some subs. I see subs all over this card. I see submissions all over this card. And I don't even remember a time where there was like 4 or 5 fighters favored to win by submission or that could win by sub. Give me Rafael by sub. I'm going to go Rafael money line. And then I'm going to go... Just give me Rafael by sub. That's it. And Rafael money line. My back hurts. Tylenol time. Hey, Hosendan stock, bro. I hope your back feels better, my brother. I hope... Because I know that hard work really pays off. So, hopefully you can get your rest, my brother. And hopefully that back can feel better. Let's go. Bro, you missed my comment. Sorry. Sorry, my brother. Bro, I need Kyle to win because I got 3 11-leg parlays. One with Kyle plus Max to get a 500. Another with Kyle plus Olives to get 400. And finally, just Kyle left to get 400. Dude. Holy Goldie. I like it, my brother, but Goldie. Sorry, I'm playing that way too much. Goldie, who do you think wins? Oliveira or Max Holloway? I know it's late for you. Give me a quick rundown. 16 was your highest rank? Yes, it was. No one's betting 100. I agree, KZ. I agree, man. But I am in the losing column. I got to get right back in the win column. I got to learn to pick some underdogs, guys. If you ever seen Paul Monet stand-up comedy, please do. Hey, I will. I'll definitely will after this. Nergaze hasn't gotten sub twice in a row. They went Tobias to sub this dude. Yeah, he's gotten sub twice in a row. They want to buy us to sub this dude. Hell yeah, KZ. Hell yeah. My back hurts telling all the time. I hope it feels good, my brother. God bless. Now let's get it. I'm going to drop the UFC 326 predictions this week. Hey, let's go, KZ. Let's go. I always feel good when you drop prediction video because it gives me like a little bit of like, okay, he's on this pick. All right, we're on the same page. All right, I'm confident. All right, you know, it gives me a little bit more like, all right, comfortable. Like, I'm like, okay, you know what? All right, I'm on the same page as him. No, my membership, it's all right, brother. It's all right, brother. It's all right. Don't stress it. Don't stress it. This week, the last thing, opinions on Uncle H. What's up, Fox? Who is that, my brother? Explain to me who that is. Oh. I think I know who you're talking about. What do you think about him? What do you think about him, my brother? What do you think about him? Great question, my brother. I hope you're having a great day. Now, let me get the odds for this fight very quick. Sumadaji is the favorite. Yo, what up, Volcon? Let me just get a drink of, stay hydrated, guys. I know I've been drinking water, but I'm kind of tired of water right now. I'm gonna drink some, What do you think about him, bro? What do you think? Fuck, I actually spilled a little bit. I know. Dude, you're drinking apple juice, bro? Yes, I love it. Alright. I love it. Alright. Let's get this show on the road. I needed that boost. What up, Volcon? I hope you're having a great day, my brother. God bless. God bless. Any dogs that you're on, Volcon. Any dogs, because if you know something about Volcon, the guy is very consistent in his underdog picks. Sumadaji versus Jesus Aguilar. I am going to go Jesus Aguilar, but let me explain why. Sumadaji is very good. Very long. Pause. He was on a 3-fight losing skid at one point. Losing to Matt Schnell by sub. That was an absolute war. He lost to Tim Elliott by sub. And then he lost to Charles Johnson by unanimous decision. Guys, he broke that 3-fight losing skid with a win over Mitch Raposo by split. Mitch Raposo is very good. He managed to beat Azab Maxim. I think Mitch Raposo's levels above Azab Maxim. He beat Kevin Borjas as well. But guys, Kevin Borjas is very good. You know, we saw what Emmanuel Rodriguez did to him. But Kevin Borjas dropped Emmanuel Rodriguez in that first round. But guys, 30 years old. The guy has very good strikes. Very good low kicks. Very rangy on the outside. Very good in and out style. Very good counter, right? 72-inch reach. 5'8", right? But what's the red flag? The red flag is the majority of his losses. 6 of his losses come by way of submission. And 4 of them come by way of sub in the second round. He is very, very susceptible to getting submitted in that second round. 5-4 in the UFC. He just broke a 3-fight losing skid. The guy lost to Matt Schnell. I know that was an absolute war, but Matt Schnell is not really that good. But Sumadaji has gotten so much better since that fight. He's a whole different fighter. So I'm not going to give him shit for that. But now let's look at Jesus Aguilar. Jesus, 12-3-0 overall. He has that one loss, 4-1 out of his last 5. That one loss coming to Rafael Estevam. 29 years old, but guys, 12 wins. But a majority of his wins are by submission. He has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 subs overall out of 12 wins. And guys, you know what a majority of those wins by sub are? That guillotine. 1 win by guillotine right here. Triangle armbar, I see he lost by triangle armbar to Tyra. Hey, no shame, Tyra's fighting for the belt. Guillotine right here. 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 Now, I believe this one might have been a guillotine as well, but it doesn't say it. Now, when we look, the guy Sumadaji has been subbed a lot, but Jesus Aguilar, excuse me, he's not a guy that can get takedowns. Like, he kind of struggles to get those takedowns. But Jesus Aguilar looked very good against Luis Guerrero. He dropped him as well. And when I look at this fight as a whole, I think, okay, maybe, right? Maybe this fight can get into scrambles. Maybe Jesus Aguilar, you know, can't get a takedown. Sumadaji's takedown defense is on point. I remember when Mitch Raposo constantly kept on trying to get him down and he couldn't. And that shouldn't even have been a split, to be fair. Sumadaji clearly won that fight. But when I look, okay, has he ever lost by guillotine? Arm bar, I see this and that. Am I going for a Hail Mary? Even if we rule out the realm of possibility of guillotine, if Jesus can't get that guillotine, right? I do think that Jesus Aguilar, he's used to being the smaller guy. He's more compact. He might be faster, right? Sumadaji is fast, right? But I do think a guy that's 4-2 in the UFC can hang. I think he can hang with a guy like Sumadaji. Sumadaji's very good, man. Takedown defense on point. Beat Mitch Raposo. Look what Mitch Raposo just did to Asa Maxim. I know Luis Guerrero, guys, Alden Correa couldn't even drop Luis Guerrero. The fact that Jesus Aguilar dropped Luis Guerrero, the guy has power. He's gotten so much better since his loss to Tassilo Taira and Rafael Estevam. Even against Rafael Estevam, who I know you guys don't rate highly, I think he did very good against Rafael Estevam, who's a guy that's set to face off against Alan Nascimento. Oh, no, excuse me, Ethan Ewing. That's going to be a banger. I think Rafael Estevam's going to beat Ethan Ewing. But you never know. I believe Malcolm Wellmaker was able to take down Ethan Ewing. Or Ethan Ewing took down Malcolm Wellmaker, excuse me. But give me Jesus Aguilar. And yes, he does have a massive reach advantage, guys. Massive reach advantage. And that's the biggest issue. That jab on the outside, the footwork. What up, Paco? I hope you're having a great day, my brother. But that is a big issue. That's a big issue. 11.5-inch reach advantage. You know how big 11 inches is, bro? Pause. But for real, that is huge, my brother. That is huge. And when we look at it as a whole, this fight might be majority standing on the feet. This fight might be Sumadaji all day. But guys, 11 inches. I'm going to go Jesus Aguilar. Let me know what you guys think. I'm just going to go Jesus Aguilar. Let me know what you guys think. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of a promo, guys, very quick. A little bit of a commercial break very, very quickly. For only $1 a month, $1, get your full memberships, get access to full emojis, get access to all emojis, all of these emojis. You get full access to everything. Get your emojis. $1 membership. $1, £1, one fish, dollar fish, dollar pound, £1, one fish. Did my thing go through? It didn't go through. But look, you get all these emojis. All right, you're not obligated to do anything. We're here for a good time, not a long time, like Michael Chandler. Now let me see what you guys are saying. Oh. Been training a lot lately, bro. Like 2 to 3 hours a day. But I want to work it. Towards 5 hours a day and make my debut this year, hopefully. Volkan, I am supporting you 110%, my brother. Good luck on your I was gonna say UFC debut. Good luck on your debut, my brother. I didn't even know that you were training that much. Oh my God, I can't even imagine training 5 hours a day. I've done it and I just want to throw up all over the place. So Volkan, big respect to you. I got to play the cheer, my brother, because that's some good work. Very good work, my brother. A very good high IQ as well. So I know that that's going to translate into the cage as well. Now let me see what you guys say. Thanks, bro. Got you, my brother. Jesus, what up, Meat Rocket? So Sumadaji is better, but has lost 6 times by submission. And Aguilar has a nasty guillotine. This card is kind of hard, in my opinion. Yeah, bro. It is, bro. He's styled on Borjas, but Borjas is ass. Now, I don't know how to feel about that because I think Borjas is pretty alright. He's alright, But I hear you. Mitch Raposo is meh. I hear you. Bro, as of an underdog, the Cody Garbrandt fight looks kind of 50-50-ish. And not bad of an underdog, in my opinion. But I like Michael Johnson a lot. Minus 120 close to pick 'em odds. I like it. Let's go. I feel like lots of UFC gamblers doing shit. Yeah, me rocking. Dude, I'm one of them, brother. I'm one of them. Let me blow my nose. Sorry. Oh, I got the napkin stuff in my eyes. Sorry, my brothers. Sorry, my brothers. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be annoying with that. I hear you, Meat Rocket. I'm one of them. So Madaji has 11.5 inches. Hey, what up, Paku? And Meat Rocket, in my opinion, the reason is literally because people are gambling instead of trying to get value out of the odds. Also, the bookmakers are doing a good job listing the odds lately. They get better. Hell yeah. I agree 100%. Didn't Ewing just destroy Malcolm? Yes, he did. Uses half maxing? I am, guys. If you guys don't know, I'm in this stage where the hair is getting too long. The hair is getting too long, so I can't do it no more. Look. The hair, look. I got the McDonald's hairline. I know. Let me play the SpongeBob. I know, I got the McDonald's hairline. I know. But look, guys. I got the McDonald's hairline. Look. Like, the hair's getting too long, so I can't, I can't. So that's why I wear a hat, because the hair gets fucked up. I can't. You know, chill, bro. Let me see if my hat's, straight. Sorry, guys. I gotta poof it up. Alright. Borjas has no grappling. I hear you, my brother. But the guy has power. The guy can crack. Let me see what you guys says. Eustace knows all about the inches. Hey, yo. I wish Paku was a mod. Yo, Paku's a GOAT, bro. He's a GOAT for real. Also, important aspects to predict is to read style/matchups and getting insider info. Makes it even better. In my opinion, the key is the most accurate calculation on the chances on each way of profit value. I hear you, my brother. Yeah, Borjas is good. He can hang in there. Haha, thanks, brother. I did kickboxing when I was younger, but then I gave it up for years. But kept watching professionally, passionately, always learning, etc. But last year, I've been upping the training a lot. Hey, we all got to get that. We got to get the body running. We got to get moving. We got to get... It's good for the mind. It's good for the soul. It's good for everything, guys. Get back to hat mixing. Yeah, I know. The hat's cooked. Chill. All right. All right, let me hear you guys. Borjas is an ass. Borjas has no grappling threat, which made Suma look good. I hear you, my brother. Paku, good to see you, bro. Volkan, always good. Borjas has good hands. Get back to hat maxing. I am, guys. I'm back. All right, I'm going Jesus Aguilar. Give me Jesus by sub or points. I'm going to go Jesus, money line. Give me Jesus Aguilar. Sumadaji can definitely win this fight. He's an absolute dog. Let's go to the next fight. I want to bet on Borjas as an underdog on a Dana White Contender Series fight. Yo, beautiful cash, my brother. Beautiful cash. I got you. Good work, me Rocket. Good work, my brother. All right. I got on the older side, but I still have a good 10 years in me. Let's see how it goes. Yeah. Let's see. And plus, you dare to be great. I love it. I love it when people dare to do something, you know? Not a lot of people are getting in the cage. Hell, I'm not going to get in the cage. If anything, I'm running away if I'm in the cage, bro. So respect to the people that dare to be great. Respect. A bunch of respect. Now let's get to the next fight. Let me get the odds. Now, Cody Durden is a pretty, it's close, guys. The odds are very close. I hope you guys enjoy this, guys. I really do. But yes, Volkan. That's why I picked Strickland over Fluffy. Great, Goldie. Great pick, my brother. All right. Cody Durden versus Nayam Jargal, Tumendembero. 9-1 for Tumendembero. He's going to be faced off against Cody Durden. Cody Durden is 1-4 of his last 5. Red flag right there. Automatically, 1-4 of his last 5. Red flag. Really, really good red flag. Like, for real. Really bad red flag. In my honest opinion. Cody Durden, though. His one win out of his last 5 is Matt Schnell. You know, that's why I'm like, bro, I don't know how to feel about that. But by Ninja Choke. Very good. That was the last time that I bet on him as well. He lost to Bruno Silva by KO, but I got to give context where it's due, guys. He was wrestling, sorry, guys, my head itches a little. He was wrestling Bruno Silva hard for that first round, and he was on his way to winning that fight, guys. He was very close to winning that fight, but it was into the second round that he got knocked out by Bruno Silva. And Bruno Silva can pack a punch. The guy timed a very good uppercut. Let me make sure that it was in the second round. He got knocked out in the second round. But guys, Cody Durden can grapple hard. He averages around. Let's go to the stats. This is why we have the stats. How many takedowns? Cody Durden averages 4 takedowns landed per minute. 3.99. Takedown accuracy 47%. Takedown defense 75. But guys, how many strikes does he absorb per minute? Almost 5 strikes absorbed per minute. Red flag right there. And if you're averaging 4 takedowns per 15 minutes, you can't control the guy if your life depended on it. These guys are getting right back up. He's on a 3-fight losing skid, losing to Joshua Van. I think he got dropped by Joshua Van. He also won the first round against Joshua Van. Yo, this guy always wins the first round. He wins the first round. I gotta charge my phone. He wins the first round, and then he kind of slows down. Won the first round against Joshua Van. Won the first round against Bruno Silva. Against Jose Ochoa, he was alright, but he didn't really look that good. We picked Jose Ochoa. Very good win for Ochoa, but it was until round 2 that he got that knockout. Cody Durden does get tired in that second round. Against Alan Nascimento, he was bringing it to Alan Nascimento up until he got submitted in that second round, guys. What do we see that there's like something that we see that we can see? I spy with my little eye. What do I spy? Round 2, round 2, round 2, round 2, round 2. 1, 2. Hell, even if we count his win, let's not count his win. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times that he's lost in round 2. 4 times. That's not by coincidence, losing in round 2. The guy gasses hard after round 2. He can wrestle, right? But what do we know? He's very susceptible to getting submitted. The majority of his losses come by sub. He's been submitted 5 times. He's been knocked out twice. Yeah, he can get dropped, but his recovery is very good. When we look at Tumendembero, what a majority of his wins are by submission. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 wins by sub. 2 wins by KO, and 1 win by decision. Yeah, he lost by split against Carlos Hernandez, but to be fair, that was a different Carlos Hernandez. The Carlos Hernandez of 2024 was a demon. Guys, if you remember when Carlos Hernandez had that crazy finish where he just kept on elbowing the guy, bro, that was some crazy shit. Remember when he finished Dennis, I think it was Dennis Bondar, right? Was it this guy? Or maybe it wasn't him that finished him by... all I remember, maybe it wasn't Carlos Hernandez, correct me if I'm wrong, but all I remember, guys, is just elbow, elbow, elbow from Dennis Bondar, like getting knocked out by elbows. Like, that's all I remember. I don't know who knocked him out with elbow. Maybe, I don't know if it was him. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm a casual, but I remember Carlos Hernandez, like, landing a bunch of elbows on the guy. The guy, Carlos Hernandez, in 2024 was a different fighter. Guys, give me Tumendembero. I'm going to go Tumendembero by sub. I'm going to go Tumendembero money line minus 156. I see Cody Durden is the popular dog. Tumendembero gets hit. He gets drawn into a war. He sometimes can't get a takedown if his life depended on it. He's going to get taken down. Cody Durden's going to come in heavy that first round. Cody Durden's going to probably win that first round. All of a sudden, the live odds have Cody Durden as a favorite. Hell, when Bruno Silva and Cody Durden were fighting after that first round, the odds were close. And I was like, oh, I had Bruno Silva in a parlay. I don't know if Bruno can, defend that takedown. Cody's getting tired. You can see it on his face. He's getting tired. But who is Tumendembero? Who is he? Some random guy? Like, who am I to say, oh, this guy's definitely going to be Cody Durden? Cody Durden is a guy that fights anytime, any place, anywhere. I can't just doubt Cody Durden. You know what I like? If you're on Cody Durden, I think plus 3.5, right? Somebody had the plus 3.5 for Chito Vera. It hit. Chito Vera won that third round against David Martinez. A lot of these guys are very good with that spread. Some of these guys, a lot of their cash comes through with that spread. That spread constantly helps. I've never bet on a spread, ever. But a lot of these guys have success with those spreads. If not, more than parlays. Or they parlay the spread. Now let's go. I'm going to catch up with you guys. I've never seen Tumendembero, dude. He fought on UFC Macau. Peter Yan versus Figgy. Let me get the odds. Shout out to all you guys. Drop me a like. Drop me a like. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yo, Stream Elements, what up, my main dog? Two-man Dembaro for me. I agree, my brother. Yes, Goldie, I picked Strickland 2 there, and I picked more dogs, but only 3 out of 7 dogs I bet won. I like betting underdogs. Yeah, I'm the opposite. I bet favorites most of the time. Yeah, that's me too. I know it's kind of bad, though. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to predict Durden versus Niam? Exactly, dude. I'm parlaying him with Michael Johnson. I love it, bro. I actually really like it, bro. I like it. Parlaying Durden? Oh, never mind. Yo, what up, Stream Elements? My main dog, Vulcan. Why? Why does he beat Durden? Convince me. I think Durden is ass. I want to see Michael Johnson versus Robert Green. Yo, that'll be a banger fight. Let's see what KZ said. KZ said, two-man Dembaro, round 2 KO. Yo, I like it, bro. I really do, bro. I think he could get the KO. Oh, you got round 2 sub. Yo, he could get the KO, too. Like, we got to remember. You reminded me, dude. Cody's a little chinny. For real, for real. He did it because he can't hide fighting in his home of Mexico. The pressure is just too much. Brennan loses every time he fights there. Yeah. No, not that fight. The Durden versus two-man Dembaro. I hear you, Goldie. My bad. Goldie, MJ. Okay, I hear you. I've never seen this barrel, dude. Also, two-man Dembaro should win if he keeps it standing, too, in my opinion. Should be better overall, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree as well. Alberto Montes looks so ass to me. But Ricky is ass as they get. Yeah, dude, yeah. Dude, this is why this card is a little weird, right? This card is why when I ask you guys, how do you feel about this card? And you guys say, I'm not really that excited. I'm like, okay, I understand. Like, I understand. Now let's break it down. Alberto Montes versus Ricky Turcios. Ricky Turcios, 12-5-0, 32 years old. Ricky's kind of like a volume. Ha 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 ha. He kind of is louder than his strikes that have impact. Alberto Montes is 10-1 overall. He's coming off of that loss but 4 years ago to Ira Luwoski. He got KO'd. He got KO'd pretty bad. It is what it is. It happens. I know he got KO'd in the second round, in round 2. But to be fair, that was all the way back in 2021. Long time ago. 2021 was like a different era. Since then, he's on a 3-fight winning streak, beating all of these 3 guys by submission. He has a nasty anaconda choke and a nasty darce. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I believe the difference between a darce and an anaconda choke is just where you put your arm. If it's over or if it's under, that's the difference between an anaconda and darce choke. Very good with his sub threats. What did I say about this card? There's a lot of these guys that have a chance to win by submission. Now, let's break down Ricky Turcios. Ricky Turcios was set to face off against Cameron Smotherman. 2-3 in the UFC. I really wanted to see how that fight against Cameron Smotherman would have played out because it would help figure out this fight. I wonder if Cameron would have won that fight against Ricky Turcios. He has 2 losses back-to-back, losing to Raul Rosas Jr. by sub. And if you remember, they were supposed to fight earlier. Raul got a little sick. He pulled out. And Ricky Turcios was drinking a soda and making fun of him. And then when they fought again, when they got rescheduled again, Raul subbed him. He lost to Bernardo Sopaj. Bernardo Sopaj brings it, right? But we'll see how it goes. Now, he did lose to Eamon Zahabi as well. Good win over Braden Heistin. When I look at Ricky Turcios, the majority of his wins come by decision. That's his bread and butter. 8 wins by decision. 4 of them are by split. That's a red flag in its own. Submission, he's like a little, he's not going to go for the sub. 3 KOs overall. Guys, give me Alberto Montes by sub. Let's go. Yeah, like, let me go. Let me see. Sorry, guys. I felt like I had something. Sorry. I'm going to go by sub. Just give me Alberto Montes by sub. Let's go. Alberto Montes looks so... Yeah, I know why you say that, bro. I know. But I'm on my high horse. I'm thinking that he's going to look better. Montez only has them submission wins because his opponent gassed out. Ricky won't gas. So you think Ricky can win? You think Ricky can win? He definitely has a chance to win. Two-man Dembaro can crack too. I won't be shocked if he drops Durden. Yo, that'll be crazy, man. That'll be crazy. I got to watch tape on Montez. He hasn't fought in over a year. Yeah. You know, to be fair, both of these guys haven't fought in over a year. Ricky Turcios hasn't fought in a year. And Alberto Montes hasn't fought in a year. But even if you look at his career, he doesn't fight active. The guy picks his shots. He game plans very well. 2023, 2024, 2024. Like, the guy doesn't fight a lot He had a lot of canceled bouts here. But I do think that Alberto Montez should be able to win this fight, get to the ground. You know, he does have a slight height and reach disadvantage. But he comes from the GOAT Shed. And I believe this is a very good gym. Gillian Robertson is in this gym. Dennis the Great Bazooka. He's alright. Alberto. This gym is pretty good. They got some pretty good... Yo, this is the guy. Yo, KZ. This is the guy. Yo, Hernandez. Big W for the 10 months. Yo, KZ. This is the guy that you asked who is Christopher Alviez. Remember? I forgot. I forgot what, like, why we brought him up. Maybe he had a fight. Maybe he didn't. But if you remember, this is the guy. Very quick before I forget what I'm gonna say. This is the guy that fought this guy. Like, and this guy looks scary on Dana White Contender Series. I don't know if you remember, but they have a very good gym. Hernandez, thank you for the 10 months, my brother. I appreciate that a lot, my brother. Let's fucking go. Can we get some W's for Hernandez? Hernandez, you're a big part of the reason why I'm able to hit the threshold each and every month. Shout out to all you guys. Shout out to Andrew, Omni King, Hernandez. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do. And I hope you guys are all having a great day. God bless. Shout out to you, my brother. I hope you're having a great day, bro. I hope you're having a great day. God bless, my brother. I had to refresh that. And I got you with something else. I got you with one last thing. One more. I got you with one more thing. One more thing. I got you with one more thing. Okay. I was wrong. I just sent a clip on IG that explains the difference. Oh, okay. I bet. He is 2-0 with knockdowns in the UFC. Damn, Volkan. Thank you for that, my brother. I miss Goldie. Two-man Den Barrel is a lock. The longer the name, the more likely you win. I definitely think Garbrandt can win this one. It's close. But Zhao, long, lost to Christian Quiones. Yeah, dude. And Christian Quiones, man. Christian Quiones versus Chris Matinho looked like I was watching Junior Varsity, bro. Guys, sometimes we're watching the UFC. And, bro, what up, Larry? Sometimes we're watching the UFC, bro. And I'm like, yo, it's like I'm watching Junior Varsity, bro. Like, what? Like that fight, Chris Matinho and Quiones was so bad. Like, the guy wasn't even going for the finish. Like, it was so bad. I think Anaconda is Armin. I got you, KC. Ricky losing to Sopaj. But I think Sopaj beats Alberto. Yeah, Sopaj is pretty good. I was wrong. I just sent a clip on IG. Let's go. Oh, yeah, that fight was hilarious. That guy came in the cage like he was some tough-ass Ngannou and ended up getting slimed out. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Big shout-out to Larry, bro. Big shout-out to my brother, Larry. Now, I'm going Alberto Montez. I should have already went to the next fight. Sorry, guys. I am taking a little bit of my time with this. Guys, have you noticed it's getting a little bit hotter where you're at? Or is it getting cold? Like, it's terrible weather. How's the weather getting where you guys are at? Because the weather's getting better where I'm at. Like, little by little. Now, Cody Brundage steps in on short notice, guys. Let me stand up and stretch a little. Let me get the jitters out. Larry, I was going to ask you, brother. How did you do on Mexico, bro? Because... betting wise, because I had a little bit of struggle. I had a lot of struggle, to be fair. Let me get the odds. W Hernana, big W's. Sorry, guys. Yo, Neon and Gaethje went on Kick Live today, bro. That shit was crazy, bro. Bro. It was funny, bro. I know a lot of you guys, like, I don't know how you guys feel about Kick, but I think Kick is fun. Like, Kick is fun, bro. Like, I really like the platform, but I know it still needs work and stuff. Dante Johnson versus Cody Brundage. Now, bear with me, guys, because I'm going to need everybody's help for this one, guys. Let me put my phone to the side. Dante Johnson, 7-0 overall. Cody Brundage is taking this fight on short notice. Dante Johnson was supposed to fight Dusko Todorovic, and I do think that this fight was a little bit easier than the fight with Cody Brundage. But in the same sentence, Cody Brundage brings it. I'm gonna be fair, he brings it. Bro, do you remember when Brundage obliterated Malkoun? Yeah, dude, I remember. He didn't obliterate him, but he brung it to him. He brung it. It was 1-1 heading to the third round. We'll talk about Cody first then. 11-8-1. Now, when we look, he has that draw that it kind of got overturned because technically he got finished with like a illegal knee, and the ref stopped it, and then they said that, you know, it's going to go to a technical decision, and Mansoor ended up, no. I think, yeah, it went to like a technical decision. Mansoor won, I think. But since they were in Atlanta, there's a rule in Atlanta where you can't go to a decision if the fight is stopped at like in the middle of the round. Like if the round hasn't fully finished, you can't go to a decision. So they overturned that into a no contest. Yo, Nicaragua probably feels good, bro. It probably feels good. The weather, I know, like, you have a nice fan on you, like, it probably feels good. But it went to the distance, but technically it wasn't supposed to. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, it was kind of like a mess. But what I remember was Mansoor Abdul Malik was on the verge of, like, he was going to war with Cody Brundage. And it is what it is, right? Cody Brundage did good. Now, when we look at this fight with Eric Micanico, I thought that he should have won that fight. In reality, I thought he should have won that fight because, yeah, he got dropped. But I thought he won 2 rounds out of the 3, and they kind of fucked him over. You know how the Vegas judges are. Bro, hell, there was a judge that gave Emmanuel Rodriguez the first round. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. The judges are always on something. But then he lost to Cam Rawson 4 weeks ago. Sorry, guys. But he's making a quick turnaround. A very quick turnaround. And he's going to be fighting after a whole month. The guy just got knocked out a month ago. Now, Dante Johnson, he was fighting Cedric Dumas. He got taken down by Cedric Dumas. He was facing adversity against Cedric Dumas. And the guy was not going to be able to knock out Cedric Dumas if his life depended on it. Like, you could tell. Like, the guy was struggling against Cedric Dumas. He was not going to knock him out. Like, for some reason, he just wasn't going to. So, he went for the sub. And he ended up getting a guillotine choke. Which I really liked the way that he did it. Because that's why I went by KO or sub. Because I know the big pick was Dante Johnson to knock out Cedric Dumas. But that's why I go double chance. Because Dante Johnson wasn't going to be able to knock out Cedric Dumas if his life depended on it. Even if he emptied the entire tank, he was not going to be able to knock out Cedric Dumas. It just happens. You know, you could tell from that fight. Go watch that fight. You could tell there was no way, there was more chances of pigs coming down to earth and flying than Dante Johnson knocking out Cedric Dumas. So he had to go for that submission. Well, that's what I like, that he could face adversity, he can also get that sub. He ended up getting his first win by sub, and it's a guillotine choke. Majority of his wins are by KO, 6 KOs in the first. That's why everybody went by KO, and they're doing the exact same thing again. Everybody's going by KO. 5'8", 74-inch reach. That's one of the big reasons why I always go double chance. I know it's not as much value, but I'd rather another check on my parlay than the parlay crash if this guy can't knock out Cody Brundage if his life depended on it. 31 years old, Cody Brundage is on the tail of getting cut from the UFC, in my honest opinion. That's why he took this fight on short notice, so the UFC could maybe extend his contract. A majority of his losses come by KO or decision. He's lost by sub twice, and he got subbed by Bo Nickel. And he even threw Bo Nickel, you remember? And then he got subbed by Rodolfo Vieira. But he got knocked out by Michael Olajaychik. You know what was crazy, bro? Michael Olajaychik got fight of the month against Marc-Andre Barrios. Yo, how the fuck is that fight of the month? Michael Olajaychik versus... Look. He got fight of the month, bro. Let me show you. I know I'm going off into a tangent. But, bro, how the fuck is Michael Olajaychik versus Marc-Andre Barrios fight of the month when... the guy couldn't knock out Marc-Andre Barrios if his life depended on it, bro? Look. It was fight of the month of February. Like, what? Look. Look at this, bro. Fight of the month. Michael Olajaychik versus Andre Barrios. What? Like, bro, the guy was, it was like minus 200, minus like 170 for the guy to win by knockout. And the guy couldn't knock. The guy looked washed as hell. Like, how the hell is that, like, fight of the month? Like, that fight was dog. And Michael Olajaychik is... I don't really think he's that good, in my honest opinion. Yo, what up, Tara and Brown? I hope you're having a great day, my brother. New to the channel? I'm glad, my brother. The more new people, the better, because we need everybody's opinion, everybody's thoughts on this fight. Guys, I'm going to go Dante Johnson. Give me Dante Johnson by KO or sub. Double chance. Exactly, Larry. All right, let me see what you said. I hit an 8-leg, ending with loner. Picked Moreno. Oh, you got Moreno. Yo, see, I got to do that. This week, bro, I got to put Charles Oliveira in a parlay because I overexposed myself way too much on the main event. And I got to learn a lot from you guys, especially with the betting because I've been making a lot of mistakes. I hit an 8-leg, ending with loner. Picked Moreno and bet on him too, but had a loner parlay just in case Moreno shat the bed. So, made back a good amount there. Yo, that's what I got to do this Saturday. I got to do that this Saturday, bro. Sometimes I just don't even think about that at the time. Like, I'm like, nah, you know, I got to do that this Saturday, bro. I'm going to pin this. I'm going to pin this so I can remember and keep my mind fresh. So that way Saturday, I remember as well. Bro, you remember when Brundage... I'm literally my cool, yeah. Bro, Brundage could slime him with an overhand possible, but pick Johnson. Yeah, Brundage can crack. He bites on his mouthpiece. Had a war with Julian Marquez. The guy got rocked by Julian Marquez, though. Is there any fighters named Dick Johnson? I don't know. What's up with the UFC promoting huggers that don't really fight? That shit has to stop. It's a very bad promotion. Ilya should be getting all the shine. Clint Eastwood, what up, my brother? What up, bro? How are you doing, my bro? I agree. That burial fight was ass? Yeah, what up, Tyron Brown? I hope you're having a great day. I would pass on this shit. Johnson isn't the best. I agree. And he's open to a takedown. You know, Cody Brundage can definitely get that takedown. But I think you learn as you go. And I think it's time for Dante Johnson to get the dub and finish Cody Brundage. And let's not forget, the guy just got knocked out 4 weeks ago. Like, for real. He got knocked out 4 weeks ago. Like, we're going to talk about recent knockouts when we talk about Charles Oliveira because Charles Oliveira just got knocked out 7 months ago by Ilia Topuria. You know, I know Gamrot didn't even do anything, and we were talking about the chin, but Charles Oliveira, oh, fuck. Sorry, guys. I accidentally messed up my charger. Hang on. I got to drop low. So I got to charge my phone because I didn't charge it today. That's a good play, though. I really like how you guys do that. I would pass. Larry, I covered myself this week. Olives pulls it off. Yeah, dude, I'm going to cover myself this week as well. I got to do some stuff like that because I overexposed myself. No woman on this card. Yo, I didn't even realize that, bro. Let me go. Let me get the odds. Max, the best is blessed. I'm with you. Andrew, I'm with you, my brother. I'm trying to speed up so we can get to the main event. Cody Garbrandt versus Long Zhao. We know Cody Garbrandt, former bantamweight champion of the world, 14-7-0. 2-3 of his last 5 on a 2-fight losing skid. Long Zhao, 27 years old, 27 wins, 10 losses. And that's his record overall. 5'8", 70-inch reach. Let's go to the stats. I want to see the stats. I got to start bringing this up a little bit more. Cody is such a lame with those. Does he actually have face tats? I don't think he has. Does he actually have? I didn't even notice he had face tats. I think he got a heart now, like a female. Like, you're a father, and now, dude, you don't even gangbang for a face tat, O'Malley included. Damn, I didn't know he had a face tattoo. Cody, oh, you're talking about, yo, there's multiple Codys. I thought you were talking about Cody Brundage. I thought you were talking about Cody Brundage. Yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you 100%. Now, Long Zhao, right? He's the favorite, right? Slightly. It's a pick'em, but majority of topology is going Garbrandt. Guys, I need your help, guys. I need your help for this card. This card is crazy. The guy Long Zhao is 3-2 out of his last 5. Most recent loss is Chang Hon Lee, who, remember what Chang Hon Lee did to Cortavius Ramirez? Do you remember? Do you remember? I'll repeat it again. Do you remember what this guy did to Cortavius Ramirez? The guy destroyed Cortavius Ramirez, like, bad. And Cortavius Ramirez was a favorite. The guy made Cortavius Ramirez look like a takedown merchant, and that's all he had. So he lost to Chang Hon Lee by split. Pretty impressive. Chang Hon Lee has a very good body lock triangle. And then he lost to Sung Young Yu. Sung Young Yu is kind of like a BJJ guy. I'll show you a picture if you forget. Sung Young Yu is the guy who kind of can wrestle a lot, and he has a lot of wins by wrestling. 3-0 in the UFC, beat Long Zhao, AJ Cunningham. Very good grappler, right? But he was getting outstruck by a grappler during the 15-minute fight. Cody No Love, right? He lost to Davison, UFC 300, whatever, right? We know he lost to Davison. We know Davison Figueiredo's very good, right? But let's look at a majority of Cody No Love's losses. A majority of his losses are by KO. He's been knocked out 4 times. Let's bring it back. I think TJ Dillashaw knocked him out twice. I think Kai Kara and I think Pedro Munoz, that fight was an absolute war for as long as it lasted. He even hurt Pedro Munoz, but he gets too drawn into the brawl. I want to mention his most recent loss. He lost to Raoni Barcelos. If you remember that fight with Raoni Barcelos, you remember that Cody had glimpses of success against Raoni Barcelos. Not only did he have glimpses of success, he arguably, obviously he lost that fight unanimously, but he could have won that fight if he put everything together and locked in and defended those takedowns. 34 years old, former bantamweight champion of the world, 65.5-inch reach, 70-inch reach. Let's go into the tail of the tape. Orthodox stance for both fighters. When we look strikes landed per minute, almost 3 strikes landed per minute for Cody, 5 strikes landed per minute for Long Zhao, Striking accuracy, 39%. Striking accuracy favors Long Zhao. But to be fair, the guy Cody Garbrandt's fighting a lot in the UFC. He's fighting high-level competition. Strikes absorbed per minute, 3.64. Long Zhao, 4 strikes absorbed per minute. Striking defense, very surprising when I saw this. When I saw the striking defense, I was like, whoa. Striking defense, remember, stats and numbers are not everything. Striking defense, 59% for Cody No Love, 50%, I'm stuttering, get your hubba bubba gum, 50% for Long Zhao. Guys, Cody No Love is more defensively sound, better footwork. Hell, the guy was getting outstruck by Jung Sung Yu. Like, takedowns average per minute, 1.69. Remember when Cody fought Trevin Jones? That fight was kind of bad. I know that fight wasn't exciting. I know that fight against Trevin Jones was not exciting. It was boring. It was like, Cody's not going to knock him out. He's just wrestling. He's holding him against the cage. He's not holding against the cage, but he's holding him, controlling him on his back. I think Cody can give glimpses of success. The guy was having success against Raoni Barcelos. I think Cody can. I know he does that little dance. He gets cocky. He goes, maybe I'm falling into the No Love hype. But, bro, I do think that Cody can replicate what he did against Trevin Jones. Guys, the guy Cody fought, Davison Figueiredo, Dominic Cruz, TJ Dillashaw. Who the is Long Zhao? Yeah, he's 27 years old. I got to refresh my page. But for real, I think Cody can win this fight. I really do. But do I think that I should bet on Cody? No, do not. Because Cody is known to constantly fumble the bag. I have never bet on Cody in my entire career of watching UFC. I've never, ever bet on Cody. But why do I feel like I should do it now? Why do I feel like it's time for No Love now or never? Why? I just feel like Long Zhao, bar for bar, I stole that shit. I feel like I stole that shit. Like, Cody can win this fight. When Cody, I know I'm falling in love with the past. I'm falling in love with who the guy used to be. Pause. I sound like a crazy ex right now. But for real, remember when the guy knocked out Rafael Assunção? The day is 2020, June 6th. It's summer vacation. Beautiful main card. Amanda Nunes versus Felicia Spencer. It was kind of really not that good. But guys, the co-main event, off the cage, boom! I know he got picked apart by Rob Font with that jab. I know he kind of tries to lean back on the cage and try to replicate that Rafael Assunção knockout. I know he headhunts. I know he can constantly get in trouble. I know he can constantly get submitted. I know he can constantly throw his brain out the window and just go to war. But I'm going to go with Cody Garbrandt. I'm going Cody Garbrandt. Let me know. Goldie said these fights are ass. Bro, come on, bro. Give me Cody money line. That's it. But do you really want tattoo bet. Let me blow my nose. All right, let me catch up with the guys. Let me just get this stuff going. We're on the main card. I gotta fast forward a little bit. I am a little bit behind. It takes me a little bit of a while to get going because I get very passionate about the breakdown. Yeah, UFC London is way more stacked. It is. I hear you guys. I hear you guys. But after Moreno, after watching Junior Varsity, Chris Martino, Quiones, after watching Daniel Zellhuber get knocked out, it's like anything is better than UFC Mexico. Trevin Jones is the same guy who iced Batista. Oh shit! Yo, I didn't know it was that. I didn't even know it was that Trevin Jones. Let me get the odds. Yo, Larry, you know a lot of stuff, bro. Like you remember a lot. Yo, by the way, I heard Woke No Joke. I heard him talk on the mic like with a voice changer, bro. Bro. Like that shit was ass. All right, let me catch up. Yeah, Larry, a lot of these fights can end by sub, especially the first fights. Yeah, dude. Let me hear you guys. Let me see. I hope I didn't miss anything. If I do, you can say it again. The best is blessed, my boy. I'm going to pin this. Shout out to Andrew, bro. Big shout out to Andrew, bro, because you're the reason why I was able to hit the threshold for this month, bro. We just barely did it, bro. So thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. Good shit, Goldie. Let me see. Yo, Cody parlay for... Nah, hell nah. I saw somebody doing Cody parlay. Do you know who Wing C is? I'm trying to get that same tattoo. Yo, are you crazy, bro? Are you crazy? Wing C is fun, but like that tattoo, bro, you gotta be crazy. Top. Now he has a heart like a female. I hear you, my brother. Long Zhao won his last fight, in my opinion. I hear you, my brother. Against you, right? Against you. Or fade the Cody parlay. Cody Dirty, Cody Magic, Cody Cabra. John Anik. Let's hope that one of the Codys wins. Or maybe none of them win. John Anik, Charles Oliveira. How about him? 12 of 13 for the former champ. This week's trash can lay. Is Cortavius still in the UFC? I think so. Probably LOL and Tai Tuivasa as well. LOL. Of these fights, a lot of these fights can end by sub. Yeah. Imagine they keep... Yo, they cut him, bro. They cut him for the UFC. I don't know if you saw it, bro. They cut him. Why don't MMA guys train at real boxing gyms to actually box well? Great question, my brother. Cody said he's working on his wrestling and boxing. Yeah, Cody, maybe yes. I know it's like maybe, I don't know. Zhao Long is very reckless and hittable. KZ, I'm glad you're here, KZ, because I think you've been doing a lot of tape study as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cortavius is definitely better than freaking Medina. When Cody gets hit, he loses the game plan. He does. Bro, these fights are ass. I hear you, brother. I hear you. It was like Cody was trained by Team Alpha male just to be Cruz his whole time. Yeah, that was me with the hunt. That was me with the hunt, bro. Like, no, I mean, yeah. I mean, I got I got the belt and then I lost to the hunt. First title defense, bro. Chinny Garbrandt about to get a win before GTA 6 is crazy. Yeah, dude. And GTA 6 should be fun. UFC London is way more stacked. Yeah, Masvar. Trevin Jones, same guy who iced Batista. Raul Rosas Jr. is about to get TKO'd. For real. Robocop and Prots is always carrying the pay-per-views. Facts. That was me with the hunt. Bro, I lost my first title. Bro, I was stopped too young. Like, I don't want to say, like, I still got a lot to learn. I got a lot to learn. Especially when I look at all you guys and how you guys compete, I got a lot to learn. Why do I think Bruno about to slime him out again? Let's go. Shout out to Andrew. If I had to bet, maybe Ferreira. LOL. No value for the risk on Robocop. Comedy if Bruno gets the KO again. Let's go. All right. Let's break it down. Let's go. Robocop versus Bruno Ferreira. I got to hurry it up. I get a little too passionate. 18-6-0 for Robocop. Bruno Ferreira 15-2-0. This is the rematch. The first time that these two fought, Correct me. Come on, let's hurry up. The first time that these two fought was all the way back in 2023. RoboCop, I felt like RoboCop was having success, and then, boop, he got, like, caught, right? Like, the coconut sound. Like, that's what happened. Like, he got caught. It is what it is. But, guys, for real, I do think that I'm going to go with RoboCop. I know he's a little bit of a glass cannon, but let's look at it. 18-6 overall. A majority of his losses come by knockout. He's been knocked out 4 times. I got to mention that Jared Cannonier fight. He was bringing it to Jared Cannonier. He was bringing it. He was winning. He dropped him, I believe. But then he unloaded his entire gas tank, ended up gassing out, and he ended up getting finished in that 4th round. I remember that 3rd round. RoboCop, please make it to the 4th round. And I thought he could recover from round 3 to 4 on the stool. But, bro, he was so tired. Like, shout out to Jared Cannonier because he's a vet. We're going to talk about Jared Cannonier when we talk about that Kyle Barallo fight. But he's on. You know what? Since he lost to Bruno Ferreira, he beat Dennis Tululin by KO, beat Brad Tavares by KO, beat Christian Leroy Duncan, which is a good example of what he can try to implement now with the grappling. I picked Christian Leroy Duncan. He lost to Jared Cannonier, but he's on a 2-fight losing skid. He's on a 2-fight winning streak since losing to Jared Cannonier. I'm all over the place. He beat Jack Hermanson, but we gotta remember the scar tissue. There was like blood all over his his head and everywhere. Then he got the knockout, and then he beat RoboCop at UFC 322. He beat Roman Kopylov. Excuse me, I'm all over the place. Roman Kopylov was shooting takedowns. He turned Roman Kopylov into a wrestler. When I thought that RoboCop was gonna shoot takedowns, but he held his own. He held his own there. He's gonna be matched up against the Hulk Ferreira. 15-2-0. The red flag with Ferreira is both of his losses come inside the distance. He's been knocked out once, and he's been submitted once. He got submitted by Abus Magomedov, arm triangle choke. He was kind of like a fish out of water on his back. And then he got finished by Rozibolov in round 1 knockout. This fight, I can see RoboCop, right? Having success, right? Winning, right? Winning maybe the 1st round. Or maybe the scar tissue adds up. He's leaking all over his face. But I see that it's this close tit-for-tat fight. Hell, Marvin Vettori won that 3rd round against Bruno Ferreira. Bruno Ferreira went the distance his first time ever against Marvin Vettori, and he looked tired against Marvin Vettori in that 3rd round. But I can see RoboCop bleeding, the scar tissue coming out. He's like bleeding a little bit. He's having success. He's kind of going for the takedown, kind of holding against the fence, working knees, but he can't get that takedown up until that 2nd round. Yo, Mystic! Yo, guys, you guys came in fucking clutch. You guys came in fucking clutch today. Mystic, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for everything. Yo, big shout out to Mystic, guys. He already uploaded his full card predictions on a short. Go watch it, guys. Let's fucking go. Yo, can we get some big W's for Mystic? For real. Big W's for Mystic, bro. Thank you so much, bro. You guys blessed, bro. You guys blessed. We hit the threshold. Shout out to everybody. Let's go. Mystic, I saw that you're on Charles Oliveira. I like it, bro. I like it. You know what? I gotta put him in a parlay. Thank you so much, bro. You know, one of the funniest things that I remember of Mystic, bro, is the Dunkin' Donuts, on-show Jubilee. When he went to Dunkin' Donuts, bro, he's like, "This is on-show Jubilee. I like a donut." Bro, I thought that was funny as hell, bro. Let's go, Mystic. Big shout out to the Mystic. Let's fucking go. One more time for the one time. Fa. I appreciate that, bro. You helped me hit the threshold, bro. All you guys did, so thank you. It's Ferreira round 1 KO or RoboCop all day. But here's the thing, though. RoboCop gasses as well. What if RoboCop wins the first 2 rounds and then Bruno Ferreira knocks him out in the 3rd round? If we gotta call a spade, I think Bruno Ferreira has that power. Yeah, he gets a little tired. Yeah, he gassed against Marvin Vettori in that 3rd round. But the guy has the power for all 15 minutes. Maybe he gets a little lazy with his shots. But guys, Bruno Ferreira is live to win this fight. But I'm gonna go with RoboCop, Gregory Rodriguez. But you better get the takedown. If you're gonna hold against the fence implement knees to the stomach. Brennan Moreno was doing this thing that got me so mad where he was implementing knees to the thigh because he couldn't get the takedown. Dude, you have to get the takedown because holding against the fence is no longer valuable. Torres Finney got away with it, but you gotta control. If you got outstruck, you're not gonna win by just holding against the fence. We've seen it time and time again. RoboCop, you have to get the grappling going. You need to put Ferreira on his back. He's a fish out of water on his back. RoboCop, give me RoboCop money line. I don't know if he's going to be able to knock out Bruno Ferreira, bro. Give me RoboCop money line. RDR and Macy Chasson both got a lot in common. They can't fight. Yo, for real? I feel like Macy Chasson did good that first round. I feel like she really did. Now let's go. I know what you guys are going to say about this fight, so let me hear it. I already know what you guys are going to say. I know. Rain, what's up, Rain? Robo KO, in my opinion. Flabby Bruno, no thanks. Hey, I hear you, my brother. And the face-offs, guys. My lock of the week is going to drop this Wednesday. We're on a 4-fight lock of the week streak. Bailey Elecana, Haraguchi, Alden Correa, and David Martinez. I know they're kind of chalky, but that's my style. You know, they're kind of chalky, but that's how I do it. So Wednesday, I'm going to drop my lock of the week, and last-minute predictions on Friday. All right, so let's go. There was something else that I wanted to talk about. I know what you guys are going to say. You guys are going to say some crazy stuff about this fight. I know what you guys are going to say. I already know, but I'm going to exclude that out. Like, because I'm going to break it down, but I know it's part of the breakdown. I know I know everybody's been talking about this all week, bro. If you know, you know. If you know, you know about this fight, bro. Like, I'm not going to say it, but if you know, you know. Because that doesn't mean it's guaranteed, you know? The odds are getting close on this fight, for real. Sorry, guys. Had to get the odds, so I accidentally put my volume up. Let me see what you guys say. Hey, it's either for... I like it, Casey. I like it. What's up, Meaty? What up, everybody? Everybody say what up to Drew, an iconic figure in the MMA community. What up, Drew? True, Bruno was getting tagged. Yeah, dude, in that third round, he was getting tagged. Shout out to Harold, bro, because the guy has a very good mind for the UFC. Not only UFC, but sports in general. Very good mind. I was going to have my best betting night possibly ever if RoboCop beat Jared that fight, giving me PTSD. Yo. Isn't that crazy, right? Like, if the ref would have just stopped the fight after Jared got dropped, like Imavov versus Jared Cannonier, boom, it's a good night. But, like, it's crazy, like, how sometimes they stop it too early or the ref is good and they let it go. Like, if it would have been a stop, I wouldn't even have complained about an early stoppage against Jared Cannonier. Like, Jared Cannonier got hurt bad. I actually am. I miss Goldie. I think RDR is being counted out. He took time off. He's pretty good. Yeah, dude, he's pretty good. And he had that issue, remember. He's pretty good. He had that issue, guys. So let's bring it. Let's bring it. Completely different stylistic matchup. LOL. Imavov is a very good striker who speed-mogged Kyle. MJ is the favorite, I swear. Yeah, MJ is the favorite. He is the favorite. I love being the first to vote, so it just says 100%. Alright, guys, let's lock in. Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. Drew Dober is 2-3 out of his last 5. He was on a 3-fight losing skid, and he was arguably on his way to losing to Kyle Prepolek up until that nut shot. I'll say it again. He was arguably on his way to losing that fight to Kyle Prepolek up until that nut shot. That nut shot gave him a lot of time to recover, and it gave him time to bring it back. And after that nut shot, he bit down on his mouthpiece, and he went straight to war. You know what I noticed? A lot of these veterans, right? Michel Pereira against Zach Reese. He kept on faking nut shots. Kamaru Usman against Kobe Covington. He kept on faking nut shots the first fight. The second fight as well. A lot of these guys fake nut shots, and it gives them time to rest. It gives them time to think. It gives them time to reevaluate what they're doing. It gives them time to settle down and get back into the fight. Michel Pereira didn't get hit in the fucking nuts. He got hit once. And the guy is, he's a veteran. I gotta give him credit. But you know why I bring that up? Because that nut shot was a big reason to why Drew Dober was able to get that KO. Drew Dober was arguably on his way. I remember the live odds. I remember it. Why did I pick Drew Dober? Oh, the odds. Kyle Prevalek's a favorite. Fuck. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Why would I pick Drew Dober? Fuck. He's gonna lose. Oh, nut shot. Oh, take your time, Drew Dober. I don't know who in the nuts. Take your time. Rest. Breathe. Compose. Stay composed. Bite down on mouthpiece. Go to fucking war. That's what Drew Dober does each and every time that he fights. You getting the blood moon too? Yeah. That's why I put it on my thumbnail. Shout out to AI. AI has been helping me with my thumbnails. Any thumbnail ideas that you guys have, like, I can put you in the thumbnail. Like, I could put KZ in the thumbnail. I could put, Goldie. I could put somebody in the thumbnail. Like, I just need, like, a thing of you. So, now when we look, he was on a 3-fight losing skid, right? Lost to Renato Moicano. Remember, he dropped, he hurt Moicano really bad, and Moicano had to wrestle. He ended up winning that fight. Lost to Gene Silva by doctor stoppage, but he was going toe-to-toe. Guys, Gene Silva is a fucking demon. And then he got dropped by Manuel Torres, but, bro, the guy was still holding on to the leg. Look at that fight against Manuel Torres. Look at how many shots, and Drew Dober was still not unconscious, bro. Guys, the guy has a crimson chin. The guy, I don't think I've ever seen Drew Dober go out cold. Like, he's been knocked out 4 times, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you remember seeing Drew Dober go out cold? Like, I don't remember him going out cold ever. And when we look at this fight, 14-11 in the UFC, a majority of his wins are by knockout, right? 10, 11, 12 wins by knockout, right? But guys, he does get picked apart. We got to bring up the UFC stats for this. We got to bring it up. The reason why we got to bring it up is because I want to know how many strikes he absorbs per minute. Southpaw versus southpaw, right? That's going to be interesting with the legs, right? They're going to be on the same hand. When they're both southpaw, I think it's the same. No. Correct me if I'm wrong. Guys, is it the same hand when they're both southpaw? Correct me if I'm wrong. I need, like, some of your guys' help, because is it the same hand? Like, when the same hand, they fight from southpaw? Is it the same or no? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they're both on the same lead foot, same hand, like they could hand fight? Correct me if I'm wrong. But strikes landed per minute, 4.52. Michael Johnson, 4. Technical, straight to the body, working, leg kicks on the outside, better footwork, more technical, maybe better fight IQ as well. Striking accuracy, 41% for Drew Dober, 39% for Michael Johnson. Strikes absorbed per minute, 4.34, 3.79. Guys, that is a drastic difference. I know it's only by a couple of points, but MJ is very defensively sound. Not only is he very defensively sound, but he's very good at winning minutes. I think that he was winning against Diego Ferreira, to be fair, before he got knocked out. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that he was. When we look at the defense, guys, 52% defense for Drew Dober, 58% defense for Michael Johnson. Guys, I love this fight. I really do. But it feels like, why do I feel like Michael Johnson was going to beat Alexander Hernandez? Why do I feel like I dodged a bullet? Thank gosh Alexander Hernandez pulled out, because he was going to fight injured. Maybe even if he was 100%, Michael Johnson would have beat him. Takedown accuracy, 16%? For real? Hang on, guys. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I thought somebody was out. I thought somebody was at the door. All right, but look. When we look, takedown accuracy, MJ is favored at 38%. 58% takedown defense. 81% takedown defense for MJ. And guys, I know I'm looking at the numbers too much. I'm a numbers guy now. What? You're a numbers guy now? Now, when we look, guys, let me break down MJ. MJ has so many fights. 24-19 overall. 16-15 in the UFC. But the guy has only been knocked out 3 times in his entire career. Yo! Why do I feel like I'm making a mistake in picking Drew Dober? Why do I feel like MJ's gonna win minutes? The guy has momentum. He's on a 3-fight winning streak, beating Darius Flowers, Jake Matthews' son, Alban Zaitar, and Daniel Zellhuber. Yeah, that Daniel Zellhuber win aged like milk. But 37 versus 39, 5'10", 73.5-inch reach, Kill Cliff FC for MJ. Majority topology has 50-50. Fuck, should I flip a quarter right now and just guess? Should I close my eyes and just go? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo? Catch the tiger by the toe? I'm going to go Drew Dober. I'm laying the chalk. I'm going Drew Dober, and I think he's going to get this job done. I think that he's going to get picked apart. I think he's going to lose the first 2 rounds, and I think he's going to get a 3rd round KO. Against Diego Ferreira, MJ was arguably winning that fight in my opinion. I don't even remember, to be fair, that fight completely, but I thought that he was having success, and then he got caught, and he went. The thing about MJ, yeah, he only been knocked out 3 times, right? But when he gets knocked out, he goes out cold. When MJ gets knocked out, he goes out cold. When Drew Dober gets knocked out, I know it's still technically the same thing, but Drew Dober doesn't go out cold. And I do think that Drew Dober hits harder. And I got to bring up that Bobby Green fight. Bobby Green was styling on him, working on him, talking to him. Come on, Drew. Correct me if I'm wrong. And what happened? Drew Dober ended up getting that knockout 2 minutes and 45 seconds into round 2. Guys, I'm going to go Drew Dober. What up, Leandro? I hope you're having a great day. Give me Drew. Give me Drew Dober. Just give me money line. What up, Too Real to Handle? What up, everybody? Same hand went opposite. It is, right, Mike? Sorry, bro. You know what I'm trying to say, right? I don't understand it. Like, I don't know if you understood. My bad, Mike. Let's see it. What up, Leandro? Move. Ruthless. Cut ties. Crew fruitless. No stream left. Still stand with Uselyis. Hey, my boy Leandro. Hope you're having a great day, my brother. Yo, we're on the same team, bro. Shout out to my dog. All right. I miss Goldie. How could you say that after watching his last Imavov fight? Completely different stylistic matchup. Imavov is very good. I hear you. Yeah, Goldie. I hear you, my brother. Kyle could slime him in round 3 because RDR is a quitter. Hey. I hear you, brother. Let me hear you. Larry, Felipe Bums did the exact same thing Zach Reese did to lose his fight. In a close fight, they start showboating at the end instead of throwing more volume. Yeah, I gotta be for real. Zach was thinking that he's fucking Connor. Bro, I fucking hate Zach Reese, bro. I fucking hate Zach. Shout out to you guys for picking Michelle, man. You guys are fucking good at that, man. When it comes to a close fight, I gotta be honest, I'm not that good at picking it. Yeah, we get a blood moon in Australia, 10 to 12 hours. Yo! That is sick, bro. Is it actually red? I've never seen a blood moon in my entire life, ever. Shout out to the 18 guys. Drop a like. Show me some love. Let's go. That's all I ask for, guys. I miss Goldie. It's impossible. It's a fight. But juggling. Juggling his many dogs have been... judging, I guess. Have been winning this year. Don't be surprised if RDR pulls it off. Yeah. I learned, guys, I'm not doubting Charles Oliveira. I'm not doubting RDR. If anything, I'm putting them in a parlay. I got to learn from my mistakes. I can't keep making the same mistakes. I can't keep thinking Brennan Moreno has this fight in the bag and that he should be able to school Loner Calvino when Brennan Moreno showed up with a bruised calf that I couldn't even see the entire time that I was breaking down the fights. Like, we got to mention that as well. We got to mention that we don't know the unknown. I don't know somebody's going to have a stomach ache. Somebody's injured. I don't know. You know, so when we make these picks, we try our best. It's not possible, Meat Rocket. Cash out your RDR parlays. I didn't even put them in a parlay yet. I'll be putting in bets tomorrow. Don't put RDR. No drip. Fit, tragic, but seamless. Still more ruthless. Useless the meanness. Hey, what up, Leandro? Lay the chalk. I'm laying the chalk. Let's go to the next fight, guys. I'm going Drew Dober by KO. Let's go to the next fight. Let's hurry it up. Let's go. Big shout out to all you guys. You know, are you guys excited for the World Cup? Are you guys excited or no? How do you guys feel about that? Be honest with me. Oh, guys, at the end of this live, I'm going to gift 10 members. I'm going to give 5 memberships. Tomorrow, we'll gift another 5, okay? You know what? After this breakdown, we'll gift 5 memberships. If you stay in this membership, if you're active in the chat, I'm going to gift 5 memberships. So stay active, spam in the chat. Don't spam too much, but like, you know, cook up, you know? Just tell me what you think. The more you type, the more you are to getting a free membership. Now, let me get the odds. I'm going to gift 5 memberships right after this breakdown, all right? Right after. Broad Font, Big thank you for all you guys for staying true and sticking through. Big shout out to the donos, guys, because you guys know every month you have to hit 100 or else you don't get paid. So you guys help me hit 100 every month, and I truly thank you guys. I'm going to get my thing right here. No matter what religion you are, Christ is king. Christ is king. Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, let's go. Yo, Tone. Yo, thank you so much, bro. Let me just write the, Yo, can we get some big W's for Tone, bro? Yo, big W's. Yo, thank you so much, bro. God bless, man. God bless. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you enjoy UFC 326. How do you feel about it, Tone? Big W's. Big W's, bro. Big fucking W's. I got you, my brother. Let me give it a big W. Big W's. Yo, thank you so much, guys. You guys truly bless. Like, for real, for real. Let's fucking go. I appreciate that, guys. I really do. I really do, guys. Even all the lurkers, the people who don't type, you guys help drastically as well. So let's go. I hope everybody's having a great day. Let's get this show on the road, baby. And let's fucking bring it. Let's bring it. Yo, Me Rocket is actually funny, bro. Me Rocket. Yo, Haro, thank you so much, bro, for the W. Welcome to the W clan. Enjoy your membership. Enjoy the emotes. I hope you really enjoy it. Hey, thank you so much, bro. You guys are coming in clutch, bro. You guys made my fucking day. Let's bring it. I owe you guys the world, so let's go. Rob Font versus Raul Rosas Jr. Raul. Big W's, bro. Let me give a big W. Big W, Haro. Big W's, bro. Big W. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right as well. Haro. Yo, KZ. Member for 4 months. Let's fucking go, KZ. Yuri, KO, Masvar, and Enka live to BFL. Okay. I don't know about that, but let's go. Yo, thank you so much, KZ, bro. I really appreciate that, bro. All you guys. I should have played that shit. All you guys, let's go. No, not that one, not that one, not that one. All you guys. One more time for the one time. Let me play. Do you guys like this sound effect or no? Do you guys look at this one? Okay, let's go. All right, let's go. Brian Fisher, what's up, bro? Bro, that stat page you showed me that you used, I used it for that dabble ticket for 5K, and the last leg, the stat page said take Moreno under, and I didn't listen. I missed by 1. Damn. Yo, Brian Fisher, what's up, my brother? I hope you're having a great day. Yo, I saw you in Maddie Betts' live. You know, like how they were doing the Maddie Betts, like the long shot, and they were all like West Schultz by sub. Like, yo, I saw you there, bro. Yo, shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you. An iconic figure in the MMA community, bro. Let me see what you said earlier. Bro, I had a 12 pick for 5K. Came down to Moreno. Over 92 significant strikes. And he blew it. Fuck, man. Bro, I wish that would have hit. But how do you like the stat page? Do you like it? Is it alright? What do you think about it, my brother? Let's go. Uses with the accidental diarrhea. You like it, though? You like that sound? Add the Apple Pay ping? I bet. Let me see if I can find that thing. Oh! Yo, Leandro, you just gave me a fucking idea. Yo, let me shout out all you guys. Shout out to all you guys, bro. Thank you for everything. Alright, let's go. Let's hurry it up. Let's lock in. Let's go. Let's go. Rob Font versus Raul Rosas Jr., guys. I'm here to break it down. I know a lot of you guys are like, man, he talks too much. Raul Rosas Jr., 11-1-0 on a 4-fight winning streak. Ever since his first loss, his only loss, Christian Rodriguez. We got to be honest, Christian Rodriguez was that guy that was kind of like a guy that can scramble, get right back up, defend the takedowns, and just keep on scrambling. But guys, I truly believe, shout out to Leandro, bro, you gave me an idea. So, when I truly believe that Raul Rosas Jr. was a little too young, you know, he was kind of desperately going for those takedowns, making mistakes. I think Raul Rosas Jr. can beat Christian Rodriguez right now. Rob Font, 22-9-0, 2-3 of his last 5 losses to Corey Sandhagen, Davidson Figueiredo, and David Martinez. Guys, with Rob Font, he comes from New England Cartel. These guys can't defend takedowns. They just can't defend takedowns. Calvin Kattar, Rob Font. You know, like, their takedown defense is not the best. Mitch Raposo is pretty good, but their takedown defense is not the best. But with Rob Font, I gotta be for real. He brought it to Gene Masamoto and against Kyler Phillips. Kyler Phillips was shooting takedowns. Rob Font uses the fence to get right back up. Constantly in that fight. Good 1-2. Good jab. We're going to use the stat page, guys, because it really helps me a lot. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Let me know. 71-inch reach versus 67. Orthodox versus switch stance. I love that switch stance. And when we look, strikes landed per minute. Almost 6 strikes landed per minute for Rob Font. Good 1-2. Good jab. Active. Jab like a piston. Maybe he's not so powerful, but he's always landing. When we look, strikes landed per minute, almost 1.5, right? 1.51. But because he's grappling, he's getting this fight to the ground. Striking accuracy, 45%. 44 for Raul Rosas Jr. Strikes absorbed per minute, 3.70 for Rob Font, 1.37 for Raul. Raul is defensively sound, but striking defense, 57% favors Rob Font, 50% for Raul. Now, average takedowns per 15 minutes, 4 for Raul, 0 for Rob Font. Look, takedown accuracy, 41%. And we look, submission average, he's trying to average 1 submission per 15 minutes. He's going for it, right? I got to bring up that fight with Vince Morales, guys. That fight with Vince Morales was crazy. If you remember Vince Morales, that guy gave Elijah Smith a tough fight. He gave him a run for his money, and he gave Raul Rosas Jr. a run for his money. I know KZ says that I look like this guy. I don't think so. I don't think so. But Vince Morales is very good. Why? Because he constantly hunts for subs. Yeah, he's on a 3-fight losing skid. But he gave Elijah Smith a war. He almost submitted Elijah Smith. There was like a couple of seconds to the bell, and the bell rang. Raul Rosas Jr., deep submission attempts. I don't remember exactly which ones, but super deep submission attempts. And you know what I like? That Raul learned to weather the storm, and he learned to win minutes, and he learned not to panic in those type of submissions. Both Elijah Smith and Raul Rosas Jr., they did not panic when they were in those type of deep submissions. That Vince Morales fight showed me that he can weather the storm. Not only did it show me that, but it showed me that I think that at 21 years old, Raul Rosas Jr. has what it takes to win this fight. Not only does he have what it takes, but I do think that Raul can maybe even get a rear naked choke. How many times has Rob Font been submitted? Only once in his entire career. Now, where do we look? All the way back by Pedro Munoz guillotine choke. Am I crazy for going Raul by sub? Maybe, right? So you know what? Just give me Raul money line. Raul money line. Let's go. That's it. Maybe Raul sub or points. Maybe double chance. That's it. No need to get fancy. Rob Font is a dog. If you like the spread, maybe Rob Font wins 1 round out of the 3. Maybe it's 1-1 heading to the 3rd round. Maybe it's 2-0. Rob Font wins the 3rd round like Chito Vera did against David Martinez. Give me Raul for the dub. I like him by submission on points. Let me know what you guys think. Can Rob Font keep it on the feet? I think he can. I truly think he can. And that's why I think that Raul needs to get comfortable in the striking, because you're not going to be able to take down everybody. You're going to have to get him tired. Mix it up. You know? Don't hold against the fence. Get the ball rolling and take over. Kyler Phillips is a striker, though. I don't rate his wrestling highly. But he goes for takedowns. He goes for takedowns, though. Rosas looks like he's mid-transformation into... Bro. Muppet? Really, bro? Sorry, guys. When I talk too much, my nose gets filled. Really, Leandro? Really, bro? Rob Font might show the youngster what time it is. Exactly, Rain. I agree, man. I'm not doubting nobody on this card. I can't. If anything, I might make a parlay with Oliveira. We're going to talk about Oliveira very soon, guys. So shout out to all you guys. Drop a like if you guys haven't already. Big shout out to Leandro for that sound effect, bro. You gave me a new sound effect. All right. Let me get the odds. Give me 1 second. Shout out to all you guys for staying true and sticking through. Remember, I said I'm gonna gift 5 memberships, so I'm gonna gift 5 memberships right now. Just let me do this real quick. All right, get your votes in. I am going to gift 5 memberships. Let me get the drum roll. Let me get the drum roll sound effect. Let me get the drum roll. And let's go. I'm going to catch up with all you guys. Shout out to all you guys. I think we might give Vinny a raid if he's still live. If Vinny's still live, we might give Vinny a raid. Let me see. Or we might raid somebody. Simon Fack! Yo, somebody said, who's the best underdog to bet on for this card? Do you have a dog lock? I'm going to respond to that. It would probably be, I'll think about it. He commented. I'll think about it very soon. All right, let's hear it. Gifting 5 memberships. I don't like that drum roll. I don't like that one either. Bro. Okay, I'm going to gift them, guys. I'm going to gift them. Just give me 1 second. Let me get the drum roll. Ready? Hey, Brian Fisher! I hope you guys enjoy your memberships, guys. Thank you guys for being here, guys. I appreciate all you guys. God bless, man. What's most important is that we have a good time. It's always a good time. Whoa, whoa, oh, it's always a good time. Let's see who got it. Brett, what up, my boy Brett? Welcome, Brian Fisher. Enjoy the emotes. Fernando, enjoy the emotes, my brother. GTR, enjoy the emotes. And Spooky, enjoy the emotes, my brothers. Enjoy them, guys. Enjoy them. Enjoy them. Vinny, RDR going to sleep. Hey, going for 20K on Dabble. Oh my gosh. I'm listening to that stat page for all the fights this time. And gonna smack A. I hope you do, my brother. I hope you do. Shout out to Brian Fisher, my brother. He knows a lot. He's got good eyes for the game. Marco Tullio versus Roman Coppola. Oh, shit. For real, Haro. Who do you think wins that fight? Who do you think wins that fight? Vote in the poll. Vote in the poll. I'm viewbotic. Nah, I'm just kidding. I got Rob Font. Y'all tripping. Raul is a 125er and fought nobody. Oh, okay. I'll be honest, Raul has some nice grappling, but his striking is shit. But Rob can't defend takedown, so Raul by decision maybe. I love it, bro. Great breakdown as well. Enjoy your emotes, guys. Have some fun. Go Rainer. He has with the knee. Yeah, hell yeah. Not a lot of favors dominated. While Rainer the Ritter is dangerous on the map, Barallo takedown defense and ability to scramble back to his feet should allow him to dictate where the fights take place. I love it, brother. Let's go. Now, let me break it down. I hope you guys enjoy the emotes, guys. I really do. Shout out to all you guys. My favorite emote, I like the Larry CTM emote. I like this one and Dustin Poirier. Those are my favorite emotes. All right, let's go. Let's go. So, Kyle Barala versus Rainer de Ritter, guys. Vote on the poll. Vote everything. Get your votes in. Shout out to all the guys that are here. Kyle Barala is 17-2-0 versus Rainer de Ritter, who's 21-3-0. Rainer de Ritter is coming off of that loss to Brennan Allen. Both of these guys are 4-1 out of their last 5. Now, let me take a sip of water. Clint, I hear you, bro. I hear you. Shout out to you, Clint. Imagine if this was Clint from the Die Hard MMA podcast. So, Kyle Barala, both of these guys are 4-1 out of their last 5, right? 33 years old for Kyle, 35 years old for Rainer de Ritter. Let's start with Rainer de Ritter. I liked what Rain said in the chat. He said that the knee up the middle. We got to bring up that knee up the middle. Rainer de Ritter is landing that knee up the middle consistently. Notable performances for Rainer de Ritter. All 4 of his UFC fights, Robert Whittaker, Bo Nickel, Kevin Holland, and Gerald Meerschaert. Now, guys, I made the mistake of picking Bo Nickel to beat RDR, but let me tell you why. RDR is a former 2-division champion in 1FC, but he lost to the same guy. He lost the belt to the same guy, Antonio Malakin. Now, I believe that guy is a little bit of a weight bully. He was a little bit on the sauce, and he quit in that fight, kinda, right? So I made the mistake and I said, you know what? If he quit against that guy, imagine what Bo Nickel would do to you. I'm going to go Bo Nickel, and I made Bo Nickel my lock of the week. I know. It was a terrible lock of the week. I know, dude. It was a terrible lock of the week. It was terrible. I locked Bo Nickel. The guy quit. Like, the guy got fucked up bad. But, guys, I got to mention that fight with Robert Whittaker. It was a 5-round fight. He went a hard 25 minutes. And, guys, he got dropped. Remember when RDR got dropped by Whittaker? He grabbed the inside of the glove. And him grabbing the inside of the glove is why he was not able to get finished. Whittaker was, like, trying to pull his arm out. And he couldn't get the finish because he literally was grabbing the inside of the glove. Guys, I'm not doubting RDR. Michel Pereira was doing those fake nut shots. Kamaru Usman was doing those fake nut shots, right? You got to do what you got to do to win. I know RDR now has that glove grabbing in his arsenal, right? What if RDR grabs the inside of the glove of Kaio and goes for an armbar? Guys, the guy RDR is nobody to be overlooked. Yeah, he quit on the stool against Brendan Allen, right? But bro, pay attention. The guy was active as hell, consistently fighting activity January, May, July, October. Like the guy, November, January, May, July, October. The guy is constantly going into fights. The guy was set to face off against Fluffy Hernandez for a #1 contender fight. That maybe that fight would have been good. Who's to know who would have won that fight? Maybe RDR would have won that fight. The knee to the body all day, you know? But guys, I gotta mention the issue that I have with RDR. Against Brendan Allen, he had full mount. He was taking him down. He was in positions where he kind of went for submission over position. Yeah, he had a lot of top control, but guys, I do feel like the toll on the body, we saw it with Merab against Peter Yan. Merab constantly fighting. It takes a toll on the body. I'm not going to just call him a quitter. Who am I? I'm just a guy on a regular channel just talking fights. I'm nobody to call somebody a quitter. Guys, but I got to mention the mistakes that he did against Brendan Allen. He was going for arm triangle. He was going for the sub. He was going for these subs. But he's in full mount, and he's not landing no ground and pound whatsoever. No elbows whatsoever. Brendan Allen was in a position where he's like on his back. Dude, land some ground and pound. That was the biggest issue that I had. Another issue that I had was going for submission over position. But no wonder. The guy has 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 wins by sub. The guy is very good at what he does. But when I look, the guy doesn't really have that good ground and pound. Yeah, he's a little awkward. I believe he got dropped by Gerald Mearshart. Correct me if I'm wrong. He got dropped by Gerald Mearshart. And then he ended up getting that finished in that 3rd round. But I think he got dropped in that 1st round. You know who RDR reminds me a lot of, bro? That I can't doubt. I doubted that guy. He reminds me of Jacob. I think it's Jacob Wiklax, the guy from Poland. Jacob Wiklax, bro. The guy was fighting Mayun Gafurov, and it was so sloppy. It was like so ugly. And the guy gets a submission when he's on his way to probably losing that decision. Bro, these guys make things work out of chaos. They thrive in the chaos. That's why they create the chaos. And I can't doubt a guy that is willing to go toe-to-toe. Knee to the body. Maybe Whittaker, you know, it is what it is. But the guy got dropped by Robert Whittaker, and he still knew where he was and knew to grab the inside of the glove. I know one thing about RDR. He's going to fight for your money. Yeah, maybe he quit on the stool. Yeah, maybe this and that. But he's going to fight for your money. He's going to be matched up against Caio Borralho. Caio Borralho had a very good loss to Imavov. Imavov 5 months ago, right? And I saw Haro. Haro said 4-month layoff, right? And it's true, bro. It's true. 4-month layoff. It's true, bro. Now he's got time. He's got time to rest. I believe he worked on his cardio. I believe there was something health issue-wise, right? We're going to talk about health issue with Oliveira where he couldn't remember. He got hurt with his like esophagus or something. We'll talk about injuries in the main event. But when I look, Caio Borralho does have the tools to win this fight. Now, he is a little bit of a decision merchant. A majority of his wins are by decision. That's his bread and butter. Second are by KO. But guys, one of those KOs are, to be fair, Paul Craig. But look, this is what I like to see. He beat Brendan Allen in a grappling match. Yeah, it was karate combat, but he still beat Brendan Allen in that fight. He beat Jared Cannonier. Guys, Jared Cannonier, we just talked about what Jared Cannonier did to RoboCop. What Caio Borralho did to Jared Cannonier, he practiced his striking. He got hurt a little bit. You know, he went toe-to-toe with Jared Cannonier, barely went for takedowns, and dropped Jared Cannonier. Keep in mind, he did what he did to Jared Cannonier before Imavov. Let me make sure if that's true. The guy is very good at game planning. Oh, excuse me. No. Imavov TKO'd Jared Cannonier before Kyle Barallo. Excuse me. So I guess you can take that with a grain of salt. But I still like how he performed against Jared Cannonier. Against Abus Magomedov, yeah, he maybe fumbles position. It seems like this type of fight, he submitted Michael Olajaychuk. But it seems like this type of fight is who gets the takedown first. Who has success in the grappling first. Because whoever maybe gets the takedown first or ends up on top is going to control. But guys, RDR is very good at threatening subs. Very good knee up the middle. Very good in the clinch. 78-inch reach. 6'4", huge for the division. Yeah, he slows down a little bit, but he's a finisher. More of a finisher than Kyle Barallo ever is. If anything, it's Kyle Barallo by decision or Reinier de Ridder by sub or decision or knockout. And I know that's all the ways that he can win. But I'm going to go Kyle Barallo. I truly think that Kyle Barallo needed that loss to Imavov in order to become the man that he is today and win that fight against Reinier de Ridder. The guy is the leader of the fighting nerds. Yeah, he has a lot to deal with, a lot of pressure on his shoulders. But, bro, the way that these guys game plan, bro, I know I can see positions where Reinier de Ridder is on full mount and Kyle Barallo, but Kyle Barallo stays composed. And what do I like? Against Imavov, he was down. It was the 5th round. We knew that he needed a knockout to win that fight. But I'll tell you what, you can't see it on his face that he wants to give up. You can't see it on his face that he wants out. With Reinier de Ridder, you can kind of see it. You know, Reinier de Ridder is a better hammer than he is a nail. So give me Kyle Barallo for the dub. Low confidence, guys, because I hate picking against RDR. I learned from picking Bo Nickel. But I'm going to go Kyle. Give me Kyle by decision. Give me Kyle moneyline. Uselyis, as a fan, who do you want to win, RDR or Kyle? Guys, you know what he did to Bo Nickel. Like, I love the RDR. Like, I love him, bro. Like, he's fucking good, but I want Kyle to win because of what RDR did to Bo Nickel. Great question, by the way. And who do you guys want to win as a fan? I would like Bo Nickel to fight RDR in a rematch. I think Bo Nickel can beat RDR in a rematch. What, bro? That take is so shit, bro. I do truly believe that Bo Nickel could beat RDR in a rematch. What? Bo Nickel just knocked out some Rodolfo Vieira washed over the hill. Bo Nickel can't beat RDR. I said it the day that Bo Nickel lost to RDR. Bo Nickel beats RDR in the rematch. I am a Bo Nickel diehard fan. I know I'm biased. I know I have the worst fighters to be favorites of. But, bro, I truly believe Bo Nickel can beat RDR in the rematch. Maybe this ages like milk. But for real, I want Kyle to win. Now, let me see what you guys got. Now, let me go to the next one. I got to fast forward because we have been here for a minute. I got to talk about the main event. Sorry, KZ. It's because I got to fast forward a little bit. Let me just finish this really quick, and then I'll read the chat right now. Just fast forward the vote, and then we'll go right to it. Sorry, my brothers. Shout out to KZ, guys. He's going to drop his prediction video, so go show that guy. Let me give a big shout out to KZ, guys. Go show KZ some love. Let me just do this odds first. KZ has a very, very good ideas. Very good mind as well on his shoulders. Very good head on his shoulders. All right. Thank you guys for being here, guys. I appreciate all you guys. I know I'm always... man, this guy's always saying thank you. It's a kumbaya. A kumbaya. Big shout out to KZ, guys. Shout out to everybody. Max by decision? Let's see. What if he points down? RDR sucks. No disrespect. Haymaker, I hear you, my brother. But at this day and age, I've been getting main events wrong. I might just put him in a parlay just for him to lose, you know? Alright, now let me catch up. RDR, very good at quitting. Damn, bro. It seems like that's like the thing for the co-main. Guys, we were supposed to have a good co-main for 326, but we ended up getting Kyle versus RDR, but let's see it. Now let me hear you guys. 4-month layoff foul. Grab the inside of the glove is a Michelle Pereira-esque move. I picked RDR against Bo Nickel, and people thought I was crazy. Me Rocket, beautiful pick. Damn, I didn't know that. I wonder what you didn't know. I wish I could have saw it at the time. We don't like the Hamzat emoji. He just hugs. All right, brother, I hear you. RDR is not around. I hear you, Haymaker. You are... Oh, for real? You think so, Haymaker? What happened? What did I say, Haymaker, that you didn't agree with, my brother? What did I say, my brother? Just let me know, my brother. We all have different opinions, brother. Will RoboCop win the rematch? Brian Fisher, I think so. I'm going to recap my picks right after this. I do think that he wins the rematch. Fighting Nerds, we're doing so well now that they all lost. So well, now they all... yeah, they did all lose, to be fair. Yeah, but it happens, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still kind of leading Rob. KZ is on point. I want RDR to win, but he's hella slow. Sorry, KZ. I don't know why I didn't see it. Kyle fought the best version of Imavov we've seen. Imavov KO'd Izzy, and he wasn't able to really rock Kyle. Kyle is way better than RDR in the striking, and he's a solid grappler that can keep it on the feet. I believe on the feet. And I see him whooping RDR in the kickboxing and winning the decision. RDR slow. I'm going to pin this message, KZ. I love it. Kyle lock. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still kind of leaning Rob. KZ's on point. Hell yeah. KZ's fucking cooking, man. Give big shout out to KZ. Big fucking shout out to KZ, bro. Big shout out to KZ. We don't like Hamza emoji. Alright, I'll change it then. You should create a Lauren Murphy face emoji for the members. I definitely will. What up, Haymaker? What happened? You think RDR is strictly here, bro? Did you win last week? What do you mean, like, strictly here? What happened, Haymaker? I promise you, that knee up the middle, Max ain't gonna work. Yo, Goldie, what the fuck, bro? Bro, Goldie. What the fuck, bro? Terrible. I picked RDR against Bo Nichols. Great pick, bro. Damn, didn't know that. What didn't you know, my brother? If you do dirty shit like that, I'm doing it back. These UFC guys be... Oh, the inside of the glove? Yeah, dude. He grabbed the inside of the glove. Yeah, for real. 4-month layoff. Bo fraud. Oh, because I picked Bo Nichols. It's the same thing. Yeah, for real. I just want to see Bo get beat up again, though. Bro, come on, bro. Tanner Bozer returns to the same heavyweight division. Bro, Bozer, what the fuck? What a fucking pull, fully. Forgot that dude existed. Yo, bro, I was about to say KZ. Larry, dude, did you see where they're fighting, bro? Very quick, guys. I know we're going off into a tangent. Larry, did you see where they're fighting? They're fighting at, like, guinea pig or something. Like, they're fighting at, like, guinea, like... Bro, I know, right? Like, how the hell? Tanner Bozer was a guy that I watched in 2020, bro. Yo, look at where they're fighting. This is what Larry's talking about for those of you guys that don't know. Tanner Bozer will fight... Somebody put this on. Tanner Bozer will fight Gokhan Sakurayama at UFC Winnipeg, April 18th. Where the hell is Winnipeg, bro? That was an early-ass stoppage, though. Yeah, I hear you, KZ. Fight goes the distance. Kyle didn't finish. Kyle doesn't finish. I hear you. Sounds like Haza and Islam. Kyle, you don't like Kyle? One dementia. I was very high on Kyle there, and watching him have nothing against Imavov really dropped his stock. But Imavov is good, bro. Let's catch up. Let's catch up. If anyone in this chat thinks RDR can get the grappling success on Kyle, then you are currently lost in the forest. Damn. Well, Jared, I hear you, my brother. Jacob has been winning as an underdog too. Yeah, hell yeah. I think RDR will have the grappling success, but I'm lost in a cave. No footwork, too good. RDR is a sloth. I hear you. That was an early-ass stoppage. Sloths are elite fighters. They have great footwork. For real. For real. The community doubted RDR in all of his fights except Allen. He could surprise. Hell yeah, man. Kyle don't need a takedown LMAO. RDR very good at quitting. Let me catch up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. Used as a fan. You are dumb. Okay, sorry, bro. No, dude. Sorry. No, I'm sorry, Haymaker. My bad, brother. Rechat. I'm trying, my brother. You guys are on fire today. I want RDR to win. Kind of don't care. Either really, yeah. Bo Nichols just got his head kick KO. Max by decision, easy money. RDR sucks, no disrespect. I hear you, my brother. Does RDR suck, though? Not really. Haro, I'm guessing you're on RDR. Yeah, he's good, bro. I'm his Goldie. Voted Charles. I saw it myself. Ran through Bo and Holland, then beat Whitaker. Hell yeah, bro. LOL, Nickel, come on, bro. Max and Charles both have only been KO'd by Taporia. Fight will go the distance. Hey, I like it, bro. And I hope they point down. Let's break it down, guys. Next. RDR does not suck, dude. Loses one fight where something weird happened and everyone say he sucks. Me, Rocket, I agree. The way it goes. Yeah, Haro. That's why I'm not doubting him. LOL, fuck it. I need an RDR upset now. UFC Winnipeg. Oh, that's in Canada? Oh, I didn't know that. Yo, that's going to be fun. All right, guys. Let's break it down. Max Blessed Holloway versus Charles do Bronx Oliveira. We're going to start off with Charles Oliveira. Two former champions, Max Holloway at 145, Charles Oliveira at 155. Charles Oliveira, 36 wins, 11 losses, and 0 defeats, guys. I mean, bro, it's just 36 wins. Let me blow my nose. We're about to finish this up, guys. 36 wins, 11 losses overall. He's the underdog. But guys, time and time again, Charles Oliveira cashes in an underdog. What do we say about this card? There's a lot of guys that can win by sub, even the main event, Charles Oliveira. I believe he has the most finishes in the UFC. Let's count how many wins he has by sub. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 wins by sub, 9 wins by KO, and 4 wins by decision. His bread and butter is that submission, guys. He's a submission threat. All of his losses come inside the UFC. He grew up in the UFC, guys. After he lost to Paul Felder, guys, the guy went on an absolute tear, ended up winning the belt off of the vacant belt, fought Michael Chandler, beat Dustin Poirier, and should have had another successful title defense, but because the scale was by 0.5, he missed weight and it didn't count as a title defense. Lost to Islam Makhachev, lost the belt, knocked out Beneil Dariush before a lot of people did. Lost to Arman Tsarukyan in a fight that you could argue that he won. I thought Arman won that fight. And he beat Michael Chandler, but he was hurt. Remember when Charles Oliveira said he thought that he got eye poked and he kind of went back? He got hurt bad against Michael Chandler. Had a little bit of a success on the ground with Ilia Topuria. Ilia had him in a crucifix, but he got out of that very quick. And he was threatening a lot, but he ended up getting knocked out in round 1. He comes back months after. I'm thinking about his chin. Hell, his chin didn't even get touched. He submitted Mateusz Gamrot constantly on the attack, and he had Gamrot nervous, panicking inside of his guard. Now we're going to talk about the best is blessed, Max Holloway, 27-8-0. Former featherweight champion of the world, 34 years old. Let's look at the stats on UFC. I got to look at it very quick. Now when we look, Orthodox versus Orthodox, 69-inch reach versus 74. Charles Oliveira has that good high guard 1-2 that he hit off the exit against Gaethje. Gaethje said that he felt electricity all over his tongue when he got hit. He said he'd never been hit that hard in his entire career. I believe it. Strikes landed per minute, 7. Strikes landed per minute for Oliveira, 3.35. Striking accuracy favors Oliveira at 54%. Striking accuracy for Max, 48%, but he's throwing a lot more. Strikes absorbed per minute. Now we know Max has the most significant strikes record, right? That's not always a good thing because maybe you're not finishing a lot of these guys, right? That's what it is. Strikes absorbed per minute. Almost 5 strikes absorbed per minute. Oliveira, 3 strikes absorbed per minute. Now the defense, 59% on Max Holloway, 49% on Charles Oliveira. When we look, takedowns average per 15 minutes. Charles Oliveira averages 2 takedowns per 15 minutes. Takedown accuracy 40%, but he can jump on your back as well, and he can easily snatch something up. Takedown defense 54%, 83% for Max Holloway. Now, Max Holloway got taken down by Volk, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. He got taken down by Ilia Topuria as well in that first round. Submission average. Guys, Charles Oliveira's hunting for at least almost 3 submissions per 15 minutes. Now, when we look at Max Holloway's resume, guys, notable performances for Max Holloway, 23-8 in the UFC. Just like Oliveira, all of his losses are inside the UFC. Notable performances. Dustin Poirier, 3 times, all 3 times. I know he got submitted the first time, but he went to war the second and third time. Ilia Topuria, he was having success and did better against Ilia than Charles Oliveira did, in my honest opinion. And he won a round off of Ilia. Justin Gaethje, Korean Zombie, Arnold Allen, Alexander Volkanovski, I'm going to say the second time because he dropped him the second time. He did lose round 3, 4, and 5. Yair Rodriguez, Calvin Kattar, Frankie Edgar, Brian Ortega, Jose Aldo twice, Anthony Pettis, and Ricardo Lamas, where he started that point down to the ground style. I believe he started that point down to the ground against Ricardo Lamas. Maybe he did it before, but you know what else is a notable performance? His performance against Conor McGregor. After he lost to Conor McGregor, he went on an absolute tear, ended up winning the belt and defending it multiple times. Yeah, he went for the interim title at 155, lost, went back down and successfully defended his belt, and then he lost to Alexander Volkanovski all 3 times. That is the red flag. But hey, Volk is very good at what he does. Now, another red flag. Max Holloway, his takedown defense is alright, but he is very open to getting taken down, and Charles Oliveira is working on those takedowns, and especially when Charles Oliveira goes for that deep deep takedown. He just needs to get you to the fence, and then he jumps the back and he takes over. I can see Max Holloway being in a position where Charles Oliveira has his back, and Max has to fight the hands, and there's 1 minute on the clock, and Max literally has to just stay there and just wait for minutes to go by and try to, survive. I can see positions like that. I'm not overriding Charles Oliveira at all. But he is 36 years old, right? Very good submission threat. The finishing ability favors Charles Oliveira. Who's the more dangerous fighter? Charles Oliveira. But who's the fighter that gets finished more? Charles Oliveira, because he goes into the fire. I love this fight. I love both of these guys. May the best man win. I'm going to do what Larry said. I'm going to have both of these guys in a parlay because I've been making that same mistake consistently every single week. But guys, I got to go with Max Holloway. But why do I feel like Max Holloway is going to get his back taken and he's going to be in a shitty situation and he's going to panic? A lot of these guys panic when Charles Oliveira takes their back. And that type of panic is the type of panic to leave openings and get submitted. Has Max Holloway ever been finished in his entire career? He's been knocked out once, Ilia Topuria, and he got submitted by Dustin Poirier in his beginning of his career. I believe that was his UFC day. No, it wasn't his UFC. I believe it was his UFC debut. So he lost by sub once, and he lost by, and it was like a weird armbar, and he lost by knockout once. Why do I feel like Max is going to panic? I know Max is very composed, right? But when Charles Oliveira gets your back, guys, the guy has some ground and pound. He's not like RDR. Look at the elbows that Oliveira was landing on Dustin Poirier. Elbows from above. He grabs your eyes. He closes your eyes so that way you can't see and goes elbows. He closes your mouth. He covers your mouth. He's going for leg locks. He gets dropped. He welcomes you to the ground. Who am I? Who am I in a world of 8 billion people to tell you that I think that Max Holloway is a lock? I'm nobody, right? But when I look at this fight, if the same Oliveira that fought Michael Chandler the second time is there, right? If a majority of this fight is standing on the feet, Michael Chandler survived when Oliveira was on his back. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. Michael Chandler the second time, even in the first fight, when Michael Chandler, I think he dropped him and he went into his guard. He got his back taken. Michael Chandler survived. He didn't get submitted. He actually got knocked out the first fight, but he survived a lot of the time while Charles Oliveira was on his back. I know Charles was gassed. He didn't really look like himself. It was a little different. But I do think that Max is going to get his back taken and he's going to have to fight the fucking hands. If Oliveira gets that body lock triangle, you got to be aware. If there's 1 minute on the clock, don't do that shit where you try to turn into him and then the guy, when you turn into Oliveira, the guy has a GTA arsenal of leg lock, arm bar, going for a whole arsenal of subs off of his back and when he has your back and those elbows and those dirty little fucking tricks. I'm not going to forget Oliveira grabbed the inside of Michael Chandler's glove, or am I crazy? Am I crazy or what? Am I crazy or what? Charles Oliveira, did he not? Did he or did he not? Did he? Did he? Shout out to KZ, did he? No, did he? But did he grab Michael Chandler's glove? Did he not? Or was that Dustin Poirier? I believe it was Dustin Poirier. He grabbed the inside of the glove of Dustin Poirier. Did he or did he not? Did he or did he not grab the inside of the glove of Dustin Poirier that led to him getting the submission, right? But no, the ref is not going to stop that, right? The ref is not going to say, oh, Charles Oliveira cheated. He fucking cheated to beat Dustin Poirier. Are we not going to fucking call that shit out? The guy is fucking dirty as fuck. The guy covers your mouth. He covers your eye. But it's the name of the game. He covers your eyes, elbows. He grabs the inside of the glove. Yo, Dustin Poirier was literally like, yo, he's grabbing the inside of my fucking glove, ref. And what did the ref do? He said, I can't see like I'm Ray Charles. I can't see like I'm Ray Charles. Yo, I know that the ref is not going to do shit if Charles Oliveira grabs the inside of Max Holloway's glove. I know that these refs don't do shit. Yo, these refs are all over the place. These refs, I know that a judge is going to give Oliveira a round that he definitely didn't win. I know that Oliveira's gonna do whatever the fuck it takes to fucking win. I know there's gonna be a fucking nut shot and somebody's gonna take time off and kill the momentum. I know Herb Dean, right? Herb Dean, when Brandon Moreno was working against Lorna Kavanaugh, Brandon Moreno just got to the clinch. Herb Dean, he just got to the fucking clinch, Herb Dean. And you're already telling him to fucking work. Yo, Herb Dean, get the fuck away from this fight, bro. Like, I know Brandon Moreno wasn't doing shit, right? But, bro, the ref that let Torres Finney work, he let Torres Finney work on Robert Valentin. He's working. Herb Dean, he's working. I bet you if Charles Oliveira has Max Holloway against the fence and he's not doing shit, kneeing him to the thigh, Herb Dean's gonna be like, I can't see like I'm Ray Charles. Bro, Herb Dean is biased as fuck. It's like Herb Dean has money on a guy when he's watching a fight, bro. Yo, Brandon Moreno just got to the clinch. Yo, and he's separate. Yo, Dan Miragliotta, get the fuck away from this fight as well, bro. These guys, and you're probably like, why Dan Miragliotta? What did he do? Dan Miragliotta, remember with that Kevin Holland, Mike Malott situation? Kevin got hit in the nuts, and then he's like, can you go? Can you go? Can you not? All that BS, all that stuff, stops the fight early, then says the fight is still on. You know, all that stuff. Yo, I know that when Charles Oliveira starts cheating, nobody's gonna fucking say shit. Nobody's gonna take a point from him. Nobody's gonna do shit. So you know what? I'm going with Max Holloway, and I do think that Max Holloway should be able to win, but you should definitely get a fucking point deducted for grabbing the inside of that fucking glove. That shit changes everything, bro. That changes everything. It lets him grab you and get a hold of you. It changes the entire trajectory of a fight. And I bet you there's gonna be, if there's some BS. But, bro, I'm going with Max Holloway. I'm going to go money line. I'm not going to get fancy. May the best man win. Give me Max Holloway to win this fight. Maybe he points at the end of the third round. And remember, Ilia Topuria, he pointed at the ground, but it was the first 10 seconds, not the last 10 seconds. It has to be the last 10 seconds of the round. I don't even know if we could go over 4.5. What if I go that this fight doesn't go the distance? You know? Fight doesn't go the distance, right? You know? Max, money line. You know, maybe, if you have it, over 2.5, or am I crazy? You know? Or am I crazy? So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to go Max Holloway. I think he might be able to get a TKO. Oliveira puts himself into the fire. If Max is locked in, if Max is any type of version, yeah, he got dropped by Dustin Poirier for the first time. I mean, in reality, he got knocked out by Ilia Topuria, but, like, he got dropped by Dustin Poirier as well. But, like, bro, I'm going to go Max, get the ball rolling. He has a massive reach disadvantage. Oliveira's long, lanky, and he's a little bit of a cheater, but I'm expecting the best Oliveira. I'm expecting the best Oliveira. Give me Max Holloway for the dub. May the best man win. Let me know what you guys got. It's a fucking hard call. Max by decision and over on significant strikes. I love it. Do you watch UFC Countdown? Yeah, dude, I do. I love it, bro. I love it. Topuria power just different. Facts. Do you think Charles can win this fight? He's proved lots of people wrong before. Yeah, he could definitely win this fight. I miss Goldie. He doesn't suck, bro. Me Rocket, he sucks. What he said? Oh, RDR? Me Rocket, the way it goes? Yeah, facts, Haro. This fight is fucking hard to call, dude. Yeah, does Oliveira implement grappling or try to choke him out? I think Oliveira is going to try to take him. He's going to take his back and try to go for that rear naked, bro. And remember, dude, the guy Max Holloway got subbed by Dustin Poirier. I know it was Tadpole Max. It was Tadpole Max, but the guy was put in a triangle armbar. If he tapped before, he could tap again. And you know Max is not going to, you think Max is going to go out? He's going to tap, bro. Like, a lot of these guys are probably going to tap when they're in that situation. Does Oliveira implement? Bro, it's going to be crazy. Max don't panic, and his takedown defense is good. I hear you, my brother. Charles will not take his back. Me Rocket, it's 50-50. Tough to call. I can guarantee Charles will be overwhelming for Max to deal with in this fight and find a lot better in the clinch. That's another thing that I forgot to mention. The clinch, the knees, all that stuff. The exit off the clinch. Max will win if he can stay off the cage. And his footwork should be on point. Max will 100% drop olives in this fight, but he won't jump on him like Dustin and Justin didn't. I hear you, Goldie. I miss Goldie. Facts. That's why the fight will go the distance. It was Dustin Poirier's glove grab. My bad, KZ. I got wrong. Don't shout me out when you mentioned Diddy. Sorry. Yeah, Chandler fouled Olives. Okay, my bad, bro. My bad. Sorry. But Chandler did, yeah, he did do the back of the head. He did do the back of the head shit. My bad, guys. But for real, I got mixed up. But for real, let me know who you guys got. I can see Charles getting dropped, survives, then drops Max himself and secures a choke and wins some chaotic, crazy fight. Hell yeah. And bar for bar, when it's a war, who survives the war and ends up on top? Charles Oliveira, bro. He always ends up on top at the end of the war most of the time. I don't see Max nuking Olives early. Only knockdowns. Olives is going to walk down Max with forward pressure, try to clinch spam, and hold Max against the cage. And I betcha they won't separate that. Glove grabbing is never penalized. When do you see a point get taken away because of that? Yeah, for real. It's true, Larry. It's never penalized, but I think that you should take a point for that. Obviously, who am I to say? I'm not even in the UFC. But for what I was trying to say, maybe it came off wrong, was take a fucking point for these guys glove grabbing. Take a fucking point for, like, the type of shit that these guys do. But it's true what you say. We've never gotten that happen before. I'm completely 50-50 LMAO, but I want Max to win. But I know Max will win if he can stay off the cage. Max jab by Focal Olives. Rain, what's up, my brother? I agree. Most significant strikes landed, Max easy money. If that prop is available to you. Hey, you know what? I'm going to pin this, bro. I think it might be. Maybe Friday. I got to check on Friday, Wednesday. It might be, guys. Needs to get a hold of him or no chance against Max. Not going to lie, Charles gets clipped a lot in fights. Max preparation for this fight on those vids was looking skills ahead. And he's filled out for 155. But am I crazy to get another main event wrong? It would only make sense for me to get another main event wrong and be on a 6-fight losing skid. That's the only way it would make sense, right? It would only make sense, right, for Charles Oliveira to get dropped, Max Holloway is winning, and then Charles Oliveira gets the sub, right? No. I hope not. Not gonna lie, as much as I don't like Islam anymore, after that last fight, it was impressive when Islam made Dubronk's tap. Yeah, bro, agree. Fade the Asian, road to UFC guys, they majority suck. Charles just doesn't move his head, that's another thing. Guys, I am gonna have to head out, guys. I've been here for a long time. For me, that prop usually available Friday for me. It's on hard, I bet. So I'll check. Guys, I gotta get going, guys. I gotta get going. I'm gonna give you guys a quick recap. If there's one thing that I can ask you, guys, can you guys go to my most recent video and just drop a like? Very quick, guys, please, if that's okay. It's doing good on the algo, but I just need a little bit of a push. You don't even have to watch the whole ad. Just go to the video, drop a like, and then come back here if anything, or after. But guys, I do got to get going. I want to give a big shout out to KZ, all you guys. Liked and sub, thanks. Yo, thank you, man. And thank you guys for becoming members. I'm going to gift 5 more members tomorrow. I got to give a big shout out to everybody. Let me give a big shout out to all you guys, but I'm going to give a quick recap. But if you could just go to my most recent video, drop a like, and show KZ, all these guys, some love. Bye, I love you. Hey, I love you too. Let's get this money, everybody, on here. Use that stat page, it works. Hey, I'm glad, my brother. Guys, let me give you a quick recap, and I'm going to get going. Max Holloway to beat Charles Oliveira. Kyle Barala to beat Rainer de Ritter. Raul Rosas Jr. to beat Rob Font. Drew Dober to beat Michael Johnson. Robocop to beat Bruno Ferreira. Cody Garbrandt to beat Long Zhao, low confidence. Dante Johnson to beat Cody Brundage. Alberto Montez to beat Ricky Tercios. Tumen Dembero to beat Cody Durden. Jesus Aguilar, I'm going out on a limb on this one, to beat Sumadarji. Rafael Tobias versus Diar. I'm going to go Rafael. Jung Young Lee to beat Gaston Bolanos. Luke Fernandez to beat Rodolfo Bellato. Now, guys, I'm going to give a big shout out to all you guys in the fan funding as well. Let me just read. Brian Fisher, let's fucking cook. I'm going to be live tomorrow, so show some love. Hit the bell, guys, so you never miss a video. LOL, fade the Asian UFC guys, they suck. I think Brian Fisher said that. But shout out to all you guys. Ready? UFC should make Conor versus Nate 3. Hell yeah. Now, guys, let me give a big shout out to everybody that was here. Andrew, thank you so much, bro, for everything that you do, bro. God bless your soul, bro. You got a good head on your shoulders. Thank you for everything, my brother. I really appreciate that. And shout out to Perry Punch, bro. I've been watching him a lot. I'm probably going to be in his next live. So shout out to you, my brother. Mystic, shout out to you, my brother. Let's fucking go. I hope you have fun this Saturday. Tone K, thank you for everything, my brother. Scarface, hard profile picture. Now, I don't want to say 5 every single time, but Goldie, Meat Rocket, Larry CTM, we got the Infinity Stones in here, bro. All the fucking gangsters in here. Andrew, Mystic, Tone, I Miss Goldie, Meat Rocket, Larry CTM, Harrow, Stream Elements, Rain, my brother. Shout out to you, KZMMA, Clint Eastwood, Vinny, Hosen Dan Sock, Mike, Paku, Leandro, Brian Fisher, Volcon, Saeed Magomedov, Too Real to Handle, Hernanov, Fox, Turn Brown, and Future Sequence. Thank you guys for typing in the chat. Let's fucking go. Yo, Rain, thank you so much, bro. You help drastically. And last but not least, I'm going to give a big shout out to the fan funding. Andrew for the 20, thank you. Hernana for the 10, thank you for the 10 months. Mystic for the 10, thank you so much, my brother. Tone K, God bless, man. Let's fucking go. Harrow, my brother, welcome. KZ, let's go. And Uselyis, I hope you guys have a great day, guys. Let me play the DJ air horn one time. We did it. Shout out to all you guys. Let's fucking go. I'll be back tomorrow, guys. I love you guys. Have a great day. Gang in this bitch, Clint. Much love, my brother. Thank you guys for everything that you guys do for me. I'm out. See you guys in the next one. I'm going to be live tomorrow after 6 p.m. 6 best bits and lock of the week on Wednesday and last minute predictions on Friday. See you guys later. Have a great day. And most importantly, have fun.